I'm joined by a variety of players who will probably refer to me as Harry because we have known each other for a long time. We're going to go with several years because it is closer to 7, I think, for some of us, and longer for others. I think I've known Ryan for nearly 9 years. Terrifying fact. Indeed. That's like a child. That's like an actual functioning child. Anyway, today is the first episode of our new campaign that we have. I've been working on now for about over a year in this setting. Kind of prepping for the end of our last long-running one, which we went from level 1 all the way to level 20. We're not going to bother going too much into characters with the initial whip round to begin with, but that will kind of become apparent after we kind of delve into it here. As always, if you are in chat, we are probably maybe keep a loose eye on it, but we're not going to respond to it. We're probably going to be more focusing on our game and having fun. At the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. And to be honest, this is just like, we're just using Twitch's really big servers to see of all of our games, because I don't want to fucking pay for Google One membership. Let's be honest. So to start off, let's kick off with our let's refer to him as the fly on the wall, Anthony.
Yes, hello. I'm Anthony, and I'm playing Beros, a Satyr rogue.
Okay, pass it off to somebody else.
Will.
Hey, I'm Will. I'm playing a dwarvish ranger named Volgir. What? Do you?
Name, race, class.
Name, race, class.
Also, I'm right here, so I can just mess. If anyone wants me to mess with them, I'm right there. You know, chat's there. If you want me to mess with them, I am currently in the room. Ryan, take it.
Hello, I am Ryan. I will be playing Cyrus, a ASMR barbarian. Mary.
I'm Mary, and I will be playing Astra. She is a ASMR protector.
Alrighty.
I have to know before we start. Is that how it's said? Because I have called them ASMR for like 5 years.
It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you want, I suppose.
ASMR just
Now I'm getting
sounds less
clever.
silly.
Is it because it doesn't have ass in it? Because that's why I'm like saying
an ASMR.
I'm about to say it's not like there's anyone to get offended if you call it wrong.
I'm an
You
ASMR.
never know. People get offended at a lot of things nowadays.
People do get offended easily, that is true.
Not on your channel, I assume, because you are a bastard.
I'm fairly offensive. Alrighty.
The DM we came to know and love.
That's me.
It's not like anyone else was stepping up.
Yeah, it's hard enough to fucking find at the end, you know, you kinda gotta suck it up sometimes and just take it.
I just decided to date one. I was like, that's it. That's how I'm getting the DM for life.
Right, so let's see here. Just tweaking me and George's microphone on the screen because I realized I didn't think to boost that prior beforehand, so you're probably coming in fairly quiet initially, and then the second someone else spoke, it probably blew the fucking speakers out. But you know, that's always good fun. Regardless, okay.
There's somebody called Pixelated Turkey.
That is Will.
Oh, that's me.
Why are you a pixelated turkey? You are quite pixelated, in fact.
Right. Shall
Shall
we begin? Shall we
Yes.
delve into more?
Let's go, let's
Just,
go.
The reason
just
why we
how I
fucking
like my
talking
turkeys
together.
pixelated.
Anyway, in a vast darkness, we see a speck of light growing larger and larger until it fills our vision for a second. Then the darkness returns, but this time illuminating it, we see a twinkling starscape. Millions of stars burning brightly across the entire expanse. They spin ever so faintly collectively, barely noticeable around the largest glow in the center, the eye of the expanse. Our vision rushes forward at speed. The stars, once these simple small dots of light on the horizon, will turn to lines that race past us at pace. We see a trans-expansial vessel, a sleek silver ship fly past, burning blue flames propelling it along. We see a winged humanoid with a tank on their back, using it to surf the stars. Eventually, our vision slows down again. We see this single star with a large purple ball of light burning there, and a planet sitting in its orbit. A beautiful, vibrant, gorgeous green land masses, brilliant blue oceans. Around it, a large, singular ring, emerald in hue and covered in little dots of lights, and a singular moon hanging in orbit, seeming to nullify all the colour around it like the void. We shift down again, past the moon and planetary ring, down to the surface through these white, fluffy clouds. By flying through the skies of this singular planet, this vast, near, unending expanse, is a singular airship. Its huge, off-white canvas blimp balloon puppeteering a wooden sailing ship below. It soars towards a city, which appears to be ripped from the ground, spread across 3 islands, each one of them coming to a point below itself and the height of the tall city buildings which lie above it. We see homes carved into the very dirty and dull rock face that falls away below the street levels, and above, a beautiful city of white marble buildings, blue slate rooftops, colourful banners and bunting lining the bustling streets. We see carriages pulled by horses, and those that move without an animal's assistance trundling by in the streets. Patrol of City Watch ride Pegasi above, keeping an eye on the populace below. On one of these islands, on a large square outside, shaded by large trees, a tent sits with a sign at the front reading, "Fortunes told for merely 1 gold," and below it a second sign reading, "Or 100 shits." Next to it, we see an elf shouting on a soapbox with signs painted around her, reading, "Only safe when we're back on solid ground, and the ground shall become one again." We see a small gathering before them, under the huge shadow of a large cathedral spire that lies on the far side of the courtyard. But on the side that we're focused on is a marble 2-story building with an orange shingled roof which stands out among the blue, and a small vegetable garden at the back. A sign at the front reads, "Gallon Dance." We watch the sun near setting behind the tavern, and we hear music coming from inside, casting a beautiful plum colour across the sky and clouds. Our vision shifts through the doors as they swing open, as a drunk patron is thrown out into the street by a bouncer. We see this lively place. Several battered shields hanging on the walls. It contains a number of pots and miscellaneous supplies hanging from the ceiling, and tightly packed tables and chairs. Music fills our ears from a band, a lutus and pianist playing on a small corner near the fire. And a little bit still burns brightly despite the warm summer night. There must be about 60-odd people crammed in this small tavern of races from planets all over the expanse. But the obvious ethnic majority falls to the race that call Kemnor their home, the Elves. Now, everyone knows a tavern in the capital city is the place to find a Tev captain who will take chips for charter, or may even be willing to take stragglers aboard for some honest labour, as none of our group probably seek to remain here in the high capital of the Elves of Ulanara. Our view shifts to one Aasimar, this one bearing the fiendish marks of Lorien, the long horns and red glowing eyes. Lorien, would you like to describe us more what we see?
That me?
Not
I
Lorien,
guess.
Cyrus, sorry.
Thank you, Cyrus. Yeah, so Cyrus is a how to describe him? He's probably wearing a half red cape over his left shoulder with a hood, which is drawn up over to try and mask the horn, knowing that he's probably not overly welcome in the establishment. He's probably sitting at the bar, just sort of nursing a tankard.
Well, at least you weren't sitting in a darkened corner. You could have.
No, he's no. Just
You went to sit in the darkened corner and you were like, "But I want to get a drink first."
stuck behind this queue at the bar.
Just sat there, like arms crossed, like, come on, Jesus Christ.
Alrighty, so you're sat at the bar at the minute, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Our vision then shifts again, this time to another Aasimar on the presumably far side of the tavern. This one, the heritage of an Apo. You see calm eyes, pale complexion, flowing locks of hair. Astra, just describe what we see in more detail, what you're doing, where are you?
I feel like Astra maybe at the other side of the bar, maybe with, I don't know, glass of milk, glass of something. With food and probably like sneaking food to a little squirrel tucked away on her cloak, and with the hammer sitting at her feet, just very relaxed, very chilled, casually watching about her, like people watching but not getting involved too much.
Righty. The camera shifts again. This time we see a satyr with long curved horns. Eros.
So, Beros is a pale satyr with quite large ram-like horns, dark fuzzy hair, kind of a handlebar mustache, big mutton chop kind of sideburns. He's wearing like a long duster jacket in very much kind of sailor attire, but probably slightly kind of nicer sailor attire than maybe your average sailor. And he has like a rapier at his hilt. And a crossbow on the table, and is probably similar to Ryan nursing a pint and just kind of perusing the rest of the tavern.
Would you try to find like a table on your own, or would you be like?
I think Beros is confident enough to probably just sit with anyone. And just kind of tank it down.
Probably across from you, there's like another elf who's actually kind of like half sat at your table and half sat at another table. There's a few more elves around it because the tavern is quite cramped. So your table, yeah, it's hard to find a table on your lonesome unless you're like propping yourself up with a stool at the bar. That's probably the closest you can get isolated here. But the camera will shift again, leaving the satyr to his drink, and we see a masked birdfolk, Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas will be, if there's an open window, she'll be directly next to that. If not, she'll be next to the doorway. She is a fairly small statured bird, about 4 foot tall. She's wearing a cloak with fine silver embroidery around the collar. Looks fairly well made. And obviously the most striking thing is she has this long leather plague mask with red lenses that points down, and there's a large hose that connects from the base of the mask round to her back, where there's a large tank that seems to be full of weird and exotic plants. And she has holding a journal in one hand, looking around the tavern and scribbling feverishly into it.
Okay. Alrighty. That in mind, the camera again shifts once more from our perspective of the audience, and we finally see Drugar, hood up, long white beard, Volgir. What do we see? Where would you sit yourself in this busy tavern?
Volgir will be sitting nearest the kind of crowd that are telling good adventure stories, listening along to Tales of the Stars. He'll have one scabbard with a long sword in it, but his leather armor shows some bleach patch where there's obviously something that's used to being on his back, possibly like a quiver. He sat there having a good drink, buying people who tell him good stories a drink as well.
So some of you are sat down, kind of like enjoying the atmosphere, other dudes just keeping to yourselves, probably scanning the crowd for anything that might stand out or tickle your interest. And most of you probably don't notice it first, just busy with your own conversations and drinks. But you see them as they stand on this central table. It's a wood elf who's probably just entered the tavern recently. Some of you actually would recall them from outside. They were preaching on the soapbox. Perhaps they wanted a bigger audience. As soon as she gets up on the table, you see the bouncer at the door beginning to move towards them, trying to push through the busy crowd. She's this strong-looking orc woman, and you hear you, "Hey, get down from there!" She kind of yells it with a din, calls it the quiet little, and you hear a group of humans in the corner go, "Ooh," like school children. The elf who's like stood up on the table speaks, kind of like moving, ignoring the demand from the bouncer, and you hear her say, "The ground shall become one again. The sky is not safe. If you're up here, you're stuck with anyone who wishes to do you harm, with no place to run but a long drop to your death." And in one fell swoop, she unsheaths the sword from her belt and holds it high. You see the bouncer, like in an instant, pull the club from her belt, still trying to push through the crowd, but she's about 10, 15 foot away. And you hear the elf yell, "For Dryad's tears! Book Hemnor!" And then the sword crackles with lightning, and she swings it down in this wide arc from the left to the right, lightning throwing itself off the blade like a boomerang and hitting the crowd in front of her. You see the three closest people struck immediately like, "Ah!" and they just like fall over as the lightning arcs through their body. What would you like to do?
Alice writes faster.
I think Beros will kind of jump back and stand up, getting ready to pull his rapier out in just kind of pure defense.
Yep. Sense.
I think Volga is gonna get a bit closer, hand on hilt, ready to pull and swing if he needs to, but staying a good distance away, noting how far the lightning went on the first attack.
I think Cyrus is just going to roll his eyes and just take another drink. If it's not affecting him directly, he's not getting involved. It's somebody else's problem.
Cyrus says that's what
Should have gone for the corner.
That's what blackjacks are for.
Aster probably look around panicked, like preparing to cast something, but also not making the first move because she's very new to this.
Alrighty, so with that in mind, I think that's probably a good place I need to roll initiative, people. For those who have not used Beyond 20 before, the best way to do that is click on your token on the map, which is just appeared in Roll 20, and then,
Does anyone else just see blackness?
No, I can see the map.
let me give you...
Well, I can see it, I just can't find my token. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's busy in here. Jesus.
This is the first time I've ever clicked on my character token and actually rolled initiative. Usually I forget to click on the character.
Yeah,
I forgot to click on the character because I
I'm
usually...
trying to roll the initiative, but it won't let me.
How do I do that?
So go to your character sheet on D&D Beyond,
D&D.
and then you'll see above, next to your armor class, initiative, +3. Just click on the +3 for your initiative, yep. And then that should roll for you automatically. Wow, fucking coming out strong, Atlas, Jesus Christ.
Strong initiative to do nothing.
No. Wow, fucking heck!
Jeez.
Right, I need to roll for my baddies.
I think we might get a bit of a head start there.
Just a small one, probably, yeah.
This makes a change to the usual, you find an old man in a corner.
Yeah.
Spice things up a little.
How do you change your name in Roll20's page? Just to
It's
characters.
in settings. It's in personalization and display.
Personalization. Okay. Because I'm not going to get everybody's names right away.
Yeah, I'm gonna change mine. There you go.
How did you change that?
You go to settings, personalization
It's the little
display name.
It's the top, yeah.
I'm assuming you guys can remember my my regular human name. We've known each other long enough.
I like how
Fair.
Anthony was like, I'm gonna be
is
sitting
that you?
next. I'm gonna be sitting next to Ryan, and I'm like, it's not my name in this campaign.
If this is being streamed online, I figured it might help people.
I haven't too.
I am a little sad that I'm playing a female character this time, and I get rid of the he, she, he.
The Terran confused. Hey, you got so confused about Terran. I got confused about Terran. I was like, is it a man or woman? I can't remember.
Mary,
The best was then I fucked
the
with you all by
icons don't show.
being Merryweather for a bit, so you got used to using she again. It's like, I'm back to Terran!
Yeah.
Fuck you. Can I say fuck you?
I swear. There's nothing racist, please.
You've told us to not say anything racist multiple times now. Like, you're kind of suggesting that we're just like horrible racists
Look, I don't-
normally.
I don't know what you're gonna be like deep down.
We've been dating for like 4
You
years.
might be a horrible racist. How would I know?
5 years. We've been dating for like
That was
2 rat lifespans.
Like,
Atlas gets
George,
down in combat, and George just pulls out the biggest racist card, and Harry's like, oh no!
shut the stream down.
comes back and we've suddenly won. It's like,
Yeah. I go down, just like reaches for armband. It's like, no.
I like that suggests you have one, like at hand.
I don't. But you know of.
That's good. I was gonna say, George, you know earlier when you were saying you end up dating the DM to get an infinite DM. The problem is with that, you and I are the two. You and I are the two that didn't end up with external D&D games.
Yeah. He plays D&D without me. Which is
Or
on
should
a,
know.
Wednesdays. I don't like
Wednesdays,
plugging
yeah.
you on your own channel, but you know.
I noticed how many people joined and disappeared, so I assume a lot of them thought it was that campaign.
Probably. And then they saw us and were like, ooh.
It may also
These
be
are-
people who have us on the background. If you're not actively like engaging in the tab, it will discount you as a viewer, even if you have it up in the background. Or like a second player or things like that. Unless you're like clicking and chatting and stuff, it's like, they're not really present.
They're not paying attention.
Twitch only likes people who are actively engaging with content, and so they know they're seeing the adverts. That's all they fucking care about. But regardless, so Atlas,
not to speak ill of
what is
Twitch.
your? Yeah, I'll speak ill of Twitch.
Fuck Twitch.
That's probably against TOS. Atlas, what is your Dex score total?
My dex, big or little?
Your bigger one.
16.
Volgear, what is your Dex total?
17.
Say Volgear is going to be acting first. Then Volgear, as this
Good, because I didn't know what to do.
as this lightning arcs out from this wood elf, kind of stood on the table there. She's the redhead, kind of in the middle there, like
That
just
one, yeah.
pinged. So she just killed those 3 people in front of her as that like lightning has like arced from her sword into them. Would you like to do?
I'm gonna move. Can I move like around the front of the table, but to here? Staying within the feet and ready an action to help block any attack she does on anyone either. Well, they've only got one person next to me, haven't I?
Yeah, if you could try to interpose.
I'll ready an attack. I'll ready an attack. If she attacks anyone further in any.
Yeah, what are you
With
going to
ID.
attack with?
I'm going to draw my long sword and attack with that.
Alrighty, perfect. So you draw the longsword ready and, get yourself staged up, and you see she kind of like, there, sword cracking, like, turns and clocks that you've kind of like come to meet her weapons armed first. You ready your action. Anything else? Any bonus action or anything you want to say to anyone?
I'll turn around to her and go, you don't need to do anything more. You've already just turn yourself in. No one else needs to die here today.
I'm more concerned that the first person you checked distance-wise was me. I'm like, what is Atlas planning?
Oh, here, as you kind of say that, would you like to use your action to try to persuade this person to, like, throw down their arms, or do you want to just have that vocally in the room and then still be ready to strike instead?
Instantly ready to strike and...
Perfect, not to worry. So, although the argument is, you're trying to make him into an argument, it's hard to get control of the situation before dedicating your full mental capacity to. You're watching for like the slightest maneuver, for like the flex in her arm, things like that. You're not making eye contact or appeasing. You're not doing any of that.
Right hand on hilt, left hand on. That's ready to go, ready to pull and go as needed.
Atlas.
Yeah, which one is... Sorry, there's a lot of people in this room. Which one is she?
So anyone with a red circle around them is someone who's probably, apart from Ryan, obviously, or Cyrus.
Fight Ryan, got it.
Is probably someone who you would consider a danger. The people marked the red all came in around the same time as her.
Okay.
But she's the only one who's taken a hostile action yet.
Is she on the table?
She has stood on the table. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna Thorn Whip her and get her off that table.
Sure.
Drag her towards me. I create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out at my command towards a creature in range, which is 30 feet. I make a melee spell attack. They take some damage if it hits. And if they're large or smaller, I can pull them 10 feet closer to me.
Alrighty. So with that in mind, make your Thorn Whip attack. Cast it.
Yeah, let me just work out how the fuck to do that.
You see the top right of the spell description. There it says cast on VTT. Cast on VTT. 15. Do you have anything that might increase stats to hit? Any abilities or anything like that? I don't know if you do. Or I declare.
It was a +7 anyway.
I don't think so. I don't have spells yet, apparently, so...
Did you pick your spells for the day?
No, it didn't give me an option to. It was just like, no.
If you go into Roll20 and you go to spells, manage spells, there should be a list of
Yeah.
prepared, non-prepared, known,
Okay.
You
unknown.
start preparing your spells.
Let me
before your next turn.
prepare some fucking spells. Hang on.
But you Thorn Whip out, and it like just I think Thorn Whip kind of anchors itself.
I don't know how many I have.
You can prepare up to
It'll say how
6,
many you can
probably.
click.
Okay.
Just you can keep clicking until it goes grey. It'll stop you if you click too many.
I don't
Yeah.
want to use these two.
But yes, you use Thorn Whip out. And she just like parries the like little vine as it comes towards her, and like spinning on the table quite defensively. She's quite an adept dueler. It misses, but not by much. Anything else, Atlas? No bonus actions or anything?
Uh,
I can always come back to you if you want to
Nah,
keep going
I'm
through your
good.
spells. Sure. Alright. The bouncer is going to... She moves up to here, and she is going to use her club that she has, which is going to look like she has a great sword, but ignore that. She has a club. And she's going to lash out times. Damage is slightly altered anyway.
Bloody hell.
Just I'm using a different stat block because I didn't make one for a bouncer, but you know. The damage between all dice, so we take the first damage dice, so that's be 6. 7 for a total of...
He is known as the champion of the bar.
Yeah. She strikes twice with her club, like cracking this woman in her like knee and like thigh. The third strike she tries to bring around is just deflected off the sword as the woman finally spins around to parry the strikes that were coming at her from an unsuspected angle. But that will be her turn. And she's not going to do anything like that. That's all fine. This cultist by the door, you see they bring their weapon to bear on the commoner closest to them. They pull a long, gnarled dagger out, and they're going to strike with that. The person there like pushes the chair that they were sat on like towards them and just avoid the attack. This cultist over here.
yeah, I have spells now.
They're going to try to attack Celine as well. That you watch as they just bring their blade down. Atlas, they actually stab through where you are. Atlas, you're like on a slightly breezed area, and has like this like small wooden banister effectively around it, and they stab through the banister and catch this elf woman who's trying to like sneak around them to the door and catch her in the side. And you watch as blood begins like spilling all over the floor, and she just falls down dead. This cultist here, they are also just going to start waiting on citizens. They're kind of like holding the banistered area. They're going to try to get the one who's got the doorway covered, and they swing against them. And they bring that one down to bear very adeptly, and then they're going to move in. They're going to block that. They block the way down, Atlas, for you up there where you are. It looks like they're just attacking even unarmed people indiscriminately. This cultist. Seeing the... Yeah?
I don't think I'm in the turn order.
Oh, you're not. What was your initiative?
16.
Okay, then you would have
I
gone
think, wasn't it?
probably before the cultists.
Did you click your icon?
No.
I put you in it now.
Okay.
What would you like
Okay, so yeah, probably just seeing everybody getting in, cast guiding bolts on the girl who's gone a bit AWOL.
He is right next to you, so it will be a disadvantage unless you want to try to move away from her. You can try to like climb from the bar top or jump over the bar.
Stop her with your mace.
You see this individual here is moving also. They're trying to look like they're trying to get behind the bar at the minute. They haven't got there yet.
I'll maybe just hit her with the warhammer instead.
Sure, go for it. Make your attack.
Oh.
A natural 20 will hit. Roll your damage. Whenever you're making attacks, if you click the icon to the left of the weapon attack, instead of the to hit, it will also roll your damage in one altogether.
Oh, okay.
But if you roll your damage as a crit, you get to hold shift while hovering over it. I'm not touching. Did we decide? We decided we were going to do brutal criticals, like true criticals anyway, didn't we? So it would be 8 on the dice, plus 4, so it'd be 12 damage you do to her. And that is enough to bloody her. You see she is in a really bad way after that strike, just comes crashing down on her like a shoulder blade as you bring it this large over-the-shoulder swing. Anything else, Astra?
Is there anyone who's looking particularly injured around?
Other than the dead person?
Somebody who's dead is not injured. Somebody who's dead is dead.
Someone she can help right now.
There are lots of people who are down the ground, but I mean, even at a quick glance, they're not obviously like bleeding out. You know, that they look probably beyond what a simple healing spell could do at this time.
Yeah, then that's all she will do.
Alrighty, then I can keep on going with the cultist turns. This cultist here, seeing that you two are both going for the leader, he's going to turn his attention away from the bartender, and he is going to go for coin toss. Astra. You see as he brings this gnarled dagger up behind you and tries to stab you in the back. For a whopping 9, just glances off your armor with ease. Cyrus.
Cyrus is going to order another drink.
Okay. Cyrus, make me a persuasion check to convince the bartender to not just fucking run away and trade you a drink.
Oh shit.
Why does this feel familiar?
Cyrus, you see that the bartender has no real intention of serving anymore. It looks like he's getting ready to probably run into that back room and lock himself in based on his movement.
Is that a cost of my action?
Let's say for fun, that was your bonus action. If he had then proceeded to like sell you a drink, it would have been your full turn of like, yes please, 2 copper and thanks.
I mean, if he's running, you can always reach over the bar yourself.
Yeah! That's what I'm doing right now. Just like leaping over the bar and getting it yourself.
What can I do?
While Ryan's thinking, Harry, I've realised I'm not in the turn order. Yep. Do I need to do something specific to
you in it now. What was your initiative?
8.
Whenever you are rolling initiative, just click on your token first before you roll it, and it'll automatically click.
Cyrus might actually just reach over the bar and try and grab a drink.
So you reach over, like reach underneath, and like feel around, and you pull up like a bottle of like wine that the cork's like half jutting out of. The ale barrels are behind the bar, like up against the back wall.
Yeah, he's not bothered to do that.
Oops, you pick that up as you use object interaction. You still got an action in your movement. Drinking the wine will be an action.
Drink.
He drinks the wine. That's a good first turn, people. The cultist is going to pivot around, and she is going to see Volgir's got a weapon raised, and Astra has just taken a fucking pretty big chunk out of her. She is going to lift the blade once more, and she brings in this wide arc again, and this like arc of lightning is going to blast out from her.
Does that activate my?
It will be yours will go after this attack triggers. So your trigger kind of like it's whatever the trigger activation is goes, and then the reaction follows up.
Yeah.
But she's going to. It's going to look like a Thunderwave spell because it's effectively that. So I need Volgir, Astra, and Cyrus. Are you within 15 foot of this woman? You are. Cyrus, I need you also make me a con save, please. As she's blasting in this direction.
Your wine.
Yeah, she's gonna. The bottle just explodes in his hand.
No!
In the middle of him taking a drink, the bottle explodes in his hand.
With
Cyrus, I rolled fucking great damage on that Thunderwave. So Cyrus, you're gonna take 14 thunder damage.
Oh my god, I'm knocked out.
That's what you get for not getting involved.
Volgir and Astra, you both take 7.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think you are because you succeeded. You're not pushed away, Volgir. So you're ready to action triggers, and you follow through with your sword. Make your attack.
This one, I'm hoping it comes through, but it's not giving me the option to throw it through the D20 option.
If you are... You got the beat on... Oh, yeah, take you through.
That was damage it gave me.
Yeah, see where that line is? It'll say, like, attack or something like that on the far left-hand side. There you go, perfect. A 12, unfortunately, will miss. You swing wide just as she blasts back, and you, like, lunge prematurely, not expecting the sudden, like, force that you have to, like, almost dig your heels into as you're swinging it, like, almost like you, like, almost like push back and you swing forward, so the lunge isn't the wrong... You lunge into the area you just left, if that makes sense. Unfortunately, that will miss. Beros.
I think Beros is just wanting to get in there, so I will move 5, 10 feet, and take a swing at the one in front of me. Not the... Actually, let's do the one in front of the door.
Perfect, go for it.
With a rapier. With a 19.
A 19 definitely hits. Roll your damage.
That is 15 points of damage.
That's still the hit.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Easiest way of roll 20, if you click on, or not roll 20, on D&D Beyond, if you click on the, where it says the name of the attack, just left of it, there'll be like crossed swords, or like a bow and arrow. If you click on that, it will do the attack and the damage all in one go for you. But it's 5 piercing damage you do. Unfortunately, no one is... Actually, you know what, there's just a civilian close enough who definitely would consider you an ally, so I'm going to say your sneak attack does come into fruition, because they are distracting enough, because they're screaming and panicking.
Okay.
And yeah, you bring the blade down, and you actually went to kill this guy in that one strike with the rapier. You just plunge it forward, and watch like...
do you want me to roll sneak attack damage, or...?
It rolls at the attack for you, don't worry. So you rolled 6 on the sneak attack damage, you rolled the max.
Amazing.
That will be your turn, Barrows, I assume. You've still got a bonus action and movement. You've only moved about 10 foot.
I think I'm going to stay here. With a bonus action, would I be able to pull out a dagger and stab the cultist in front of me?
Use object interaction to draw the weapon and then stab with the bonus action 2-weapon fighting? Yes, sure. Normally you'd have to have both equipped already, but yeah, that's fine. I'd say you could have drawn it on the way over because you knew you were kind of getting into that combat.
Okay, cool.
No sneak attack here because it's already been used this turn, but a 20 will hit. Roll the damage on the dagger.
Take away the sneak attack. I think it's just...
You rolled... No, you rolled max there. I don't know how you rolled... I don't know how you rolled a 6 on a d4. Roll me a d4.
It's a very special D4.
A 6-sided d4.
D4. 4 points of damage.
Yep, 4 points of max damage. Very nice. And you
Sort
don't
of
have
noted that was something else.
Weighted damage die.
It is a 1d4 plus 4, by the way. I get
on
plus
your
4 to my
2-weapon
dagger.
fighting, because you don't have the dual wielder feat, it will not include your modifier. Because it's your all-time strike. Whenever you get that feat or that fighting style, whatever the fuck it is that lets you add the damage, then that will let you add the damage. But this time it will not count towards it, unfortunately.
Okay.
End of your turn, civilian's turn. All civilians are gonna fucking panic. People start screaming. The bartender's gonna move 5, 10. He runs for cover. The cultist who tried to stab Asher in the back whips around with his blade. He's gonna try to stab the bartender as he runs. That's end a roll.
Yeah. I got 6 slashing damage.
You've missed an 8 though, so the bartender gets cover and then he slams that door.
Damn, I was hoping that would get me out of my
him.
tab if he died.
I don't know why they didn't send. Oh well. With that in mind, who's next? These ones are gonna fucking... The one next to you, Beros, he opens the window at your table because it looks like there's still a threat by the door, and he's gonna climb out to safety, and he's gonna run down the street. He's just yelling for guards and help. Please, somebody help us. You kind of hear. They're also gonna bail. They're gonna bail. This one is also gonna run around. Poke and attack opportunity as they do so. They get cut bad, but they're still living just about. They're bleeding really badly, but they are hurt. I'll mark the little red dot, so they're very badly injured. This one is going to run away. She's going to try to swing her sword. Another very badly injured, but still living. Rolling shit on my damage. Okay.
Good.
Only civilians.
They've got like what, 4 hit points or something?
They're all slowly managing their way out the street, which is good.
Or it's just a mass
Eating themselves out the window.
Eats out the window, or even through the door now. The one who's there has taken their actions that they can't react to any attacks. This one's gonna run. Get against it. Ooh. They swing and they miss, and they're gonna bound out. This one opens the door next to her, and she just fucking throws it out the window. This one is going to follow up and join the other one out the window. The person by the piano begins playing a very merry tune.
Battle tune.
And the one playing the lute joins them as they kind of like back slightly further up into the corner.
The brawl in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
love them.
They're backing up into the corner a bit more to like get some distance between them and everyone else because they don't have to really clear. There's a lot of bodies and stuff in the way for them. Two at the bar are all struggling. They're gonna start climbing over the bar top and take cover behind the bar for now. That is it for the civilians. Volgir.
Yes. I'm going to stab. Because
would like
she's
to
obviously
stab.
not listening to me.
She did not.
Obviously not listening. So, King get... Oh, maybe not get stabbed.
And a 10, unfortunately, swing and a miss. She parries your blade once
You
more.
stab at her, you don't stab her.
Stabbing her
You
general
tried your
direction.
best.
Unlike someone who got a
Just
glass
quick
of
check.
wine
What
and then
did she
passed
say when
out.
she walked in?
What did she say?
It
She said
was
lots
a
of things.
bottle.
Something about... something about elves being true elves or something. Was it?
She didn't say anything about true elves, no. I'm
We're,
sure someone
we're all
did know
going
it.
to die
I
in
did, in
the...
fact, make a note of it, because I'm writing everything down always, all the time.
Oh, go on. I need to get my notepad out.
I'm sure that if you guys have a chat after, you can always catch up. And
Yes,
work out what the fuck
very
went
good
on
idea.
in character. For now, Volgir, the heat of battle is upon you. For a bonus action or movement, anything you'd like to do.
I don't think I've got much else in terms of actions, so I'm just going to end up... yeah, I'm just going to end up staying there.
Blink is gone. Atlas.
I'm really happy because I couldn't do what I wanted to do because there were so many civilians around and then they all fucked off. Am I better casting a bonus action or an action first?
Well, if you cast a leveled spell, the only other spell you can cast is a spell with a cantrip of a casting time of 1 action. So if you want to cast, say, Healing Word, you then could only cast Thorn Whip as your action. If you cast Earth Tremor, you cannot then also cast Healing Word.
That was my plan, yeah. Okay, then I will cast Healing Word on the downed asshole in the corner.
Sure.
Because I am a benevolent
Cast it.
and lovely soul.
Let's see how much you're looking for.
Probably not much, but you know.
8 health to you, Cyrus.
Thank you. Now, how
and
do I
then-
get out of death saves?
Because I can't
there we
go.
do the
Just
thing
to
I
give
wanted to
yourself
do, I will instead try and Thorn Whip. Can I Thorn Whip someone right next to me?
You can do indeed. I believe Thorn Whip counts as a melee. Well, that's melee spell attack, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So you do
yeah.
not get disadvantage even though they're within 5 foot of you. 'Cause it's a melee attack.
Cool, then I'll Thorn Whip the guy right next
Bullshit. 30-foot
to
melee.
me. I like the bullshit. I miss anyway.
On a cultist, an 11 hits
Ah, nice.
for 2 piercing damage.
Yep.
You cannot pull him any closer towards you though because he is right next to you.
there.
But yeah, the thorn this time snaps on and gets him in the side. You see, he turns his attention towards you. Anything else, Atlas? You gonna run away, jump out a window?
How high are the ceilings?
In this space, let's say they're the guts of like 10 foot, like a normal room, like the same size of room we're in.
I don't think going up will give me any advantage here. I guess I stand my ground.
Sure. The bouncer, she is going to take her big old wacky stick and she's going to attack 3 times. I'm going to reduce damage anyway. First strike misses a natural 1. Second strike, she scores a 6. The elf cultist with the sword is critical. She's bleeding really badly. She brings another strike down against her, trying to knock this woman unconscious, but just can't find parts. She takes a big chunk out of the table at her foot, and she just like breaks the wood. It just splinters with the strike of the weight of the strike. But that will be her turn, unfortunately. Astra.
Okay, I'm bad with like mathing things out in D&D. So like, if I was to cast, if Astra was to cast Thunderwave, that would get
Everybody.
Yeah,
No,
so
but there's
it's
no way
a
I could-
15-foot cube from you.
Oh, so I can't choose a point. No, that's okay.
It expels from you, so if you kind of imagine, let me draw an object for you.
Oh,
It
okay.
would be like that. So you could do that on any direction from yourself. I would also allow you to do it like at a diagonal, because that would make sense. But that would still be
Yeah, no,
know, like-
no, that's okay. It's on, yeah. No. No.
I mean, you can do it. You will get the bouncer, but you'll also get this one.
Just to reinforce the fact those two are dead.
Yeah, no, she'll just whack again.
You sure you want to hit the bouncer who's beating the shit out of him next to you? The bouncer who's
No.
a champion of 143 hit points? No, you wanna piss her off? Make her think
No.
you're a terrorist? No?
No, Astra's happy that she's an ally for the time being, so let's go.
Like when you're
Very
playing
baiting.
Divinity and you accidentally hit someone you're friends with and it's like, oh no.
Did that roll the hit as well? No, it did
No,
not.
Just your damage. Just roll the hit and then take that damage.
It's just one of those many
No,
memes
don't
that you
roll
see.
anymore, damn it!
It's the John Wick thing. You
Okay,
angered the
6,
wrong person.
Unfortunately, will miss.
It was on 18 and I just rolled more onto the 2. I was like, no, you nearly had it.
That's how roll 20 do sometimes.
Thingy.
He might not be drinking anymore. We don't know what happened to the bottle of wine.
It's shattered.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, should not do anything then.
It shattered and that's why you almost died immediately. It was just broken glass all up in your face.
Alright, cultist.
Like you
by the
fell
door
onto the glass bottom.
is-
Yeah, you would have been fine and then you fell like onto the broken glass like
Filled by a bottle
Shattered
of
a
wine.
laundry.
Other cultist by the door is going to go for the one who's moved up and stabbed him in the side with a fucking dagger. He brings his long dagger down. 22 to hit Veros for 7.
Yes.
Plunges it in your side feverishly. That ends their turn.
Damn.
Cultist next to you, Atlas, who you just thorn whipped, takes his long dagger, so to stab you with it.
no,
The 8 will
don't
miss,
do
though.
that. That worked.
The one on the stairs is going to turn their attention probably towards the bouncer, who's doing more damage at the minute because Astra just tanked. Gonna stab
Like,
her.
man, this bitch sucks.
With a 15, you watch as this one stabs their dagger into the bouncer's like back.
No.
And as they do so, you hear like the sound of like metal scraping on metal, and the bouncer's like loose-fitting tunic they're wearing kind of like slashes away, and you see like the gleam of a
Oh,
plate
secret armor.
underneath there. Like they're wearing a breastplate, which is just giving them enough to avoid being hurt.
We love her.
We take her
Cyrus.
with us.
I would like to state before
you wake
Cyrus
up-
goes, that the way I cast Healing Word is like little finger guns like across the tavern. So if you look over to find out who did that, you just see this like weird little mass figure like
You wake
So
up,
I'm on the
Cyrus.
ground.
You're probably not. You probably were because you failed. You were blasted into the wall and then
Into
fell
the wall.
down. So you're like face down on the ground, covered in wine. There's like broken glass everywhere. All the tankards on the bar as well have been flung, and I'm like, chung, 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 like off the wall.
That's what sets the rage off.
And then you, man, you come to.
Okay, so I'm on the ground. So does that mean prone? Do I have to
You're
spend
prone.
movement
You have to
speed
spend half a move to stand up. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. As he like gets up onto one knee, I feel like he's gonna like survey the area and then see the broken wine, and just
Alright,
bonus action rage. I don't care if it's a waste. I'm doing it anyway. If I can access it, let me access it. Roll 20.
Bonus action.
There we go. Bonus action rage. Who is within
Raging
range?
ability.
So she's within range. Would it take half movement speed to climb up as well?
I would say you could jump up on the bar fairly easily. Like there's a stool there as well. It'd be no different than climbing upstairs, you know.
Yeah, I think. Can I reach them from the bar?
Yeah, they've moved to the. Although it looks like they're half straddling the stairs, they're actually like they're at the little gap in between the bar and the stairs that someone could use to access the back of the bar.
Yeah,
like
Cyrus.
block off people from leaving.
He's just gonna bound up onto the bar and just sprint at this person wielding this huge battle axe.
Do it.
I'm gonna do a smack. Roll 20, behave. Oh, please don't.
Please miss.
13 to hit.
Line up a little bit so we can get some rare in.
You rub because I stink.
Nice.
Plus 2 to attacks, so that is a 15 to hit.
15 on a regular roll cultist will hit. Roll your damage.
And he's wielding it two-handed. 12 damage.
Well, damage. You bring the battle axe down, and this cultist, as they just like tried to stab the bouncer in the back, their blade is glanced to the side, and they're like looking confused at that. They're like side profile to you, and the axe just comes down and just cuts cleanly halfway down into the torso, and you wrench it out to the side, and you just send like the front half of their body like blasting over, like spending viscera onto the back of the bouncer, who like feels like something wet in her shoulders, like in their hands. It's like, oh. But they are dead. Anything else, Cyrus?
He's just gonna be like frantically looking around for the next person to chop.
Like Ash is gonna like shimmy sideways. Like, not me.
You watch as she pivots, and she brings the arcing lightning blade again, and she's gonna sweep towards Cyrus, Astra, the bodyguard, and the commoner behind the bar. This time. So I'll need you all to make me con saving throws. Commoner gets flung against the wall and dies. Cyrus, you're taking half damage for 5. Astra, half damage for 5, and Vulgar, half damage. Vulgar, you actually would be safe because of your positioning, so you take no damage. Because she's casting it straight west. She's not casting it like a diagonal.
Okay.
But let's see, I'll roll for our points.
That's perfect because I literally had 5 left.
She also takes half damage for
Astra.
5.
So she's down.
Astra is down. The Thunder Wave, not although she holds her ground, you watch just the lightning energy that wash over is just a bit too much, and she falls down unconscious. Veros.
I think after being like violently stabbed by this cultist, he is just gonna lay onto this cultist with a rapier. 13.
13 will hit, more damage.
Cool. He's 11 points of piercing damage.
Alright. That is enough to bring this cultist down. You plunge it through clean. Are you attacking lethally or non-lethally? I should have been asking, but...
I think lethally. Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Guys,
I'm glad I picked up on that vibe subconsciously.
Can I use my bonus action to equip, put my rapier away and dagger and pull out my short bow?
You can put the one away as a use object, and the other way would be another. It would then be your action, then be another action to draw. So you can drop the rapier and the dagger and draw the short bow, no problem. So you like throw them down into the ground, they can both stick like hilt facing up, and then you can pull the short bow off your shoulder, ready to go.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you like throw them both down, and you like the rapier like wobbling slightly, and you unlatch the short bow, arrow knocked, ready, and you begin getting yourself prepped for your next attack.
Cool.
Perfect. And it also, like, if you want even barrels, what you can do as well, to give you an idea, things like, if you have an arrow knocked, effectively, you could just, like, pinch it with your, holding the bow, you just pinch it temporarily, pick the rapier up, and, like, stab someone. You wouldn't need to, like, put the short bow fully away. You can still hold it ready in one hand, but the problem is, to draw it, you're going to need to get rid of the rapier again to shoot. So you could like take that across multiple turns in future if you wanted to. You could be like, I'm gonna put that away, draw that, stabby, and then I'm gonna next turn put that away, and then I'm gonna attack. Break it down over longer turns.
Yeah.
Ready. Jump.
Commoners who are still kicking. This one is going to run to the door and starts banging on it, and you hear, please, please open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door, and then you hear, fuck off! It's my hidey-hole! Fuck off!
Relatable.
From inside, and then she screams, and then she's going to run, so that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She gets to there, moving for the front door. The ones at the bars are finally going to... They're going to... The one playing the lute's going to keep playing as he sidesteps, and the pianist is going to, like, as long as she can with her arms, keep playing, and then stops, and then they both are going to move while he plays, and she moves behind him, and they both leap and throw themselves behind the bars. They jump the full length across, and you hear the sound of, like, the lute as a few strings break as he, like, throws himself over with, like, a bit too much fever. But yeah, that is definitely the least of their concerns at the moment. Volgear, you're up.
Right, let's try this one more time. Fucking you oh no, that's the wrong fucking roll. Did
We
that go
believe
through?
in you, Volgear.
You have the 15 on the longsword.
And it did not attack. I did not do, did it?
Yeah, you didn't do the damage, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't hit, unfortunately. She's got very good armor.
No, that's
We never should have believed in you, Volgear.
Anything
What
else?
can I actually do with my bonus actions? I'm just trying to find out what I can do with the bonus actions. I've been searching for the last 3 minutes, but I can't find anything.
As a ranger, you can probably... I don't know if you can cast spells yet, but...
No.
Bless you.
Bless you.
On Roll20, on D&D Beyond, sorry, there is a section on your actions page. If you scroll down below it, you'll see all the bonus actions you can do. You'll probably say 2-weapon fighting in it as one of them, because it has that for everybody. But it will also say anything else you can do in your sheet, which might help.
Nope, nothing. So we'll just stand there.
Alrighty.
Take it.
Atlas.
Stand there looking pretty.
Yeah. I'm gonna save my second ASMR of the day. This is gonna get me in real good with the gods, I'm betting. Because I didn't want those spell slots anyway.
Cast your healing word.
I'll cast my healing word.
And what
We'll
is the
be
healing
right
word?
The healing word is just... I know that's not a word, but it's got the spirit of a word.
Across 2 spells, it was a... kind of how it's gone. And like,
Bang.
no, sorry.
Got you. Got you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I also killed a guy in between that,
That also happens just passively.
Whoop.
which I'm also going to do.
Okay.
Guy
Thorn
next to
whip, I
me,
see.
throw him with him again.
With that bitch. 5 damage for 24 hits for 5 damage. Yep, he is there. He's critical after that, but he's still standing. Storm Whip impacts him. Unfortunately, cantrips do not pack. as
No
big a
one can
punch.
see her eyes, but Atlas rolls her eyes.
Anything else, Atlas? Any movement? You hold your ground.
Freaking die! Oh my god. No. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Bouncer.
What's this guy gonna do? Kill me?
Eventually.
Maybe.
The bouncer is going to bring her club hard down on this woman's like side and try to like impact her. Miss. Natural 20 to finish it off. You watch this orc bouncer kind of like brings the like little wooden club she has. It's almost more like a police.
Can we
bat.
have this bitch on the team instead of like whatever
No.
Will's character is
And
doing?
she just fucking twats her in the side like really hard. And you watch as the woman's like, oh, and she just collapses over and just like succumbs to like the wounds. She's not unconscious, but she's kind of like curled up on the table, like
she is
in pain,
incapable of doing
yeah,
more.
like in a horrible agony. Like she's probably like entering like the light stage of a coma, like that level of like.
Her ribs are
Yeah,
broken.
when you take so much pain, your
Definitely.
body's just like, we need to shut down for a
We're
little
just
bit.
going to do a sleep, just a quick little.
Yeah, so she collapses, but she's only been knocked unconscious by the bouncer. She would not kill.
I heard you, George.
Just saying, this bitch is badass, and
She then assesses the situation. She looks at each of you in turn, who have all got weapons and been attacking, and is gonna assess you in turn of what you kind of roughly done. She was a bit like focused on the middle one. Seeing none of you are standing over like the dead body of a civilian you probably killed, she moves over towards the last one she can actively see, but that will end her turn. Astra, you wake up after getting blasted back, impacting the bar. You see like looming over you this like other Asimar big battle axe, just like cut someone in half, like from the top down, and just like brute force snap them open from behind you with his raw strength. And you're kind of like there, like looking up, like this right side of your face is like covered in the blood from that, and you kind of like look forward and you see the woman who knocked you unconscious just like collapse to the ground, like in agony. She's no longer really putting up any fight. There's one threat left in the room. You can clearly see, weapon raised, fighting with this bird folk with this long, almost plague doctor-like mask.
Astra will cast Guiding Bolt at them.
Yep, stand up with half your movements, you're on disadvantage, and you blast them. When he hits, you
20.
damage.
Chipley roll. Yet.
Lovely. You blast this beam of radiant damage across the bar over the shoulder of the bouncer, and you watch as that one just like it gets hit in the shoulder and just like falls down in a pile, just dead and unmoving. And we are out of initiative. As you all pant and catch your breath.
did I get any blood on me?
A little bit, yeah.
Immediately taking rag and alcohol out of my pocket and like wiping down everything on my person and near me.
Wiping the table.
Yeah, wipe the table, like kind of get to the edge of the blood puddle and be like,
The second the battle like pauses and there's a few seconds of silence, you see a few civilians like poke their heads up and they're like, you see people crying or like you hear people in the streets screaming in agony. A few of you with what's everyone's passive perception?
16.
17.
13.
Anyone with 15 or higher, you hear the winged beats of a winged creature outside, right by the large one. And then you hear.
That's not Argo.
She's here. You hear the sound of something like a Pegasi guard approaching. Probably not far out, but they're not here at the moment. What would you like to do?
Versus up bar.
Yep, you hop up.
Just start like cleaning his axe.
If I look at this cultist right next to me who is dead, is there anything on him like a symbol he might be wearing or anything that like kind of would put him to a specific kind of like cult or sect or
Make me an
religion.
investigation.
Investigation?
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, I mean, a quick look around. He just looks like a regular. This one is a high elf. He had this long, like, dagger, almost the length of like a scimitar. Like, why was he doing so much damage? But like, there's nothing super obvious or strange on that one. You imagine if anyone was gonna have any depiction of anything like that, might be the one who seemed the ringleader of the group in the middle of the room.
Yeah, sure, I'll approach her. She's still alive,
think-
right?
Astra, seeing the bird person who helped her do that, will assist.
Okay. So you cut across the room, you see Astra kind of like also like having a look at the other body as well, and you help like each of her out. So yeah, you can do a secondary investigation check. Atlas advantage. Actually, you check the main leader.
Is there anything I do to do advantage, or just do 2?
Hold ship.
Better.
19. A quick search. There's no obvious like symbolism or anything like that. But you do find she does wear on her like pinky finger a ring which seems to bear the symbol of Sarpana, this the god of the Fae.
God.
Astra know much about this god other than God of the Fae.
You can make a religion check if you'd like.
Try and see.
No, I wouldn't.
While they're doing that, I think Beres would probably just move over to the bar. Is there any like alcohol or like bottles of anything left?
Anything on the bar top has been smashed and like thrown against the wall, but there's a few kegs and barrels behind the bar, and you see that the bards are actually currently helping themselves to one of the kegs. And as you approach, probably the pianist, because she's not busy like glugging away a pint that the lutist is currently doing, she slides a few up on the bar top, just like generously. She's just like filling up. She's like has like hit the spigot and it's just pouring these things up and throwing them up, just indiscriminately, just chucking them up.
Yeah,
while the bartender is cowering, in his storeroom, and doesn't know what's going on.
I'll grab like 2, pull one in front of myself, and then pull one in front of this Asamal that's next to me.
The pianist kind of like picks one up as well, and she kind of just like goes like
going into
and just like
shock.
taps the mugs and just like donning out, and the beer's just pouring on the floor, and like it's not.
Is this bitch unconscious, by the way, or is she?
She's unconscious. Yeah.
Okay. Atlas kind of moves closer and just starts like petting her hair and kind of like messing around with like her pointed ears and kind of like touching. She has these. Atlas has very long, like quite weird, elongated, creepy talons. And she's kind of like touching along her ear and kind of like touching the point and moving it back and forth.
I think Astra seeing you do that was be like.
You see the mask kind of just tilt either way she's doing it.
Yeah,
Just
Volby
like-
is just gonna work his way towards the door,
Almost
checking
never
on
gets
people.
out this close.
Goes. Just doing
Beres just
seeing if they're living or dead, and if they're dead, he's just kind of closing their eyes if their eyes are still open.
Astra probably do similar.
Beres just picks up his tankard and just like knocks it against Beres's and just starts drinking as well.
I'll do kind of something similar, and then I'll put it down and be like, well, that is one hell of an afternoon, hey?
I've seen worse.
Are you Russian?
Yeah, Russian,
Russianish.
Like, Serbian. Yeah.
Ryan, what do you call the Star Wars character again?
Who?
The one I associated with Anthony's voice last time.
Like 2 or 3 maybe.
2 or 3.
Episode 1 or 2.
I like that response, George.
I'm gonna run out.
Anakin Slave Master.
Yeah, I just walked downstairs and got some stuff. And I'm already halfway down.
Once Atlas is done fussing around with this elf as much as she is satisfied, she will reach out and kind of summon you, Astra, to like put your hand out. She doesn't say anything, she just chose like put your hand out.
will do it, but still like side-eyeing you the whole time. Just like
She will reach in her pack. She will pull out a cloth and like a hip flask. She will dump some of the liquid on the cloth and wipe down your hand with this liquid, and then shake your hand, or offer out her hand to shake at least.
Asher will do that thing where it's like barely holding your hand, but just like a little awkward shake.
I also
Try have a
like to just remind that she's like 4 foot tall. She is tiny.
Asher's like 5 foot
you're
2.
the
She's not that
same
small.
height. We just the party of midgets.
Yeah, we're just little guys. But yeah, she will then shake your hand and be like, "Sorry, you were laid on a tavern floor, so contamination, it's an issue." And the second she withdraws her hand, she also disinfects her hand.
Not to mention Asper's like half covered in blood.
I feel like Asher like scratches her head a little bit, and you see a little squirrel pop out and just like run up. Oh, I can imagine Pip, the squirrel, will run up like to the edge of Asher's hand, just like stare at you, like gets close.
Alice like recoils and like, not to alarm you, but there's a rat on you.
That's Pip. It's my pet. And she puts him on the hood. And then Asher. Yes, fun. And Asher will go and say little prayers over the dead.
The bouncer kind of like begins like I know she's having a siesta, that she's like hand down. She also moves over towards the bar. She probably puts like a shoulder on like Astra. She's like laying down like say her eyes and it's like, yeah, you did good. You did good. Okay, fuck it. When you kind of take a proper look at her now, she's got this like long curled brown hair. It's like tied in a top knot, green eyes, soft green skin. But she's not like she only sounds like 5'5". She's not like super tall.
Short squad.
And she's got quite like an edgy face. And she kind of like leans on the bar and goes like looks at Cyrus and like looks at Beros and like looks at all the bars like, you're all gonna fucking pay for them, right? Ah, just fucking shit. Got it! Dick! It's good. You hear like the side of the door unlocking it. And you see this like high elven man kind of like peek out like, it's good. Oh, good. Yes, I had complete faith in all of us that was going to go fine. Yes, indeed. Wow, that was oh, that's a mess. That's a big old messy mess. And you kind of see he's got like.
Sorry, what did she call him?
Galandan, which is the
name of the tavern.
Probably the and you see he's got this beautiful waxed mustache, long, kind of like slicked back, golden blonde hair to match, large golden eyes, like tanned skin, and he kind of like tells the bar, was like, I was going to offer you all a lovely drink for your fine work, because I think you really did enjoy it, but oh dear, we're really wasting my dear. And he goes over and he twists the spigot and stop the beer just pooling on the floor. It's like, there's only one thing I disagree with, is wasting. Getting it for free is different. Unless you're gonna lick it off the floor. Don't he'll go again, mopping up beer and blood.
The pianist and the other musician just licking it off the floor?
No, they've got plenty of their tankards. They got plenty of tankards
sitting underneath the barrel.
And as that's all kind of happening, you hear the sound of like clinging and clanging of armor, until eventually standing in the doorway, anyone who's paying attention would look over and they would see two figures have arrived. You see the recognizable kind of like golden plate of one of the Pegasi knights as they're looking around. But at their side, you see there is a woman who kind of like just is surveying the area. She wears like dark leathers and embroidery, kind of tan, freckled. She stands quite tall. She stands over 6 foot. She's got this like auburn, pixie cut, amber eyes. And she kind of like has a little quick glance around, and then she's here. What a fucking mess.
What race?
And I work my way towards the door at this point. And I'm just kind of at their feet, just kind of like checking on people that are dead.
Yeah, she's a high elf, and yeah, everyone you checking on as you go past seems to be dead. And she goes like, "This is not good at all." She turns to the knight next to her. And she's like, "All right, Captain, just go about, do a quick sweep, and make sure that the perimeter is secure. Looks like whatever we're dealing with here has been dealt with, luckily." And she steps in and closes the door behind her as the knight kind of steps out the street. She's just still like looking around, surveying, looking for anything strange or startling.
Alice is gonna just stay next to this unconscious terrorist. Just kind of crouch over her, much like a bird of prey might crouch over something it just caught.
Creepy.
A little protective, a little upset.
Sure, like side-eyeing her, like, I think this one was the leader. Gonna be the most well
My
armored.
microphone just hit the deck.
Very
He
satisfying
died.
noise.
He died.
That felt thud.
Oh.
Why is it twisted?
I don't know.
Twisted from the legs is supporting it. I don't want to fall so badly.
I don't know how to.
I'll do it.
I don't know how to do that.
Um,
It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine.
yeah, so she kind of walks in, talks to you all, and is like, "Well, I guess we'll have to do a brief investigation. Monsieur Gellenden, are you okay?" "Oh, I'm fine. Just usual riffraff. Well, I say usual, more like, not fucking usual at all, to be honest. Big fucking lightning sword? Anyone? No? Just me? Shit myself. Actually sawed myself. Luckily, keep a spare pair of trousers in the back, like every good barkeep should." She like rolls her eyes and like is approaching. She pulls a notepad out and a little pencil. And she looks at probably.
Alice immediately pulls out her own book and pen, like mirroring.
About to say, and the second at the mention of this lightning sword, Volgo perks up, goes, "Shit, what? Who? What?" and runs back to the main body and looks for the sword.
And Bulgar, you see this beautiful, long. It looks to be a long sword, you would say. And yeah, it's attached to the.
You
you
also
see,
look
like,
into the
within her
a
hand.
plague mask mere inches from your face.
I'm gonna look at sword and just slowly sideways look up. And just decide that the sword's more important, and then just look back at the sword.
You gonna pick it up, or you gonna just leave it there? Or
I'm gonna pick it.
I imagine that as
yeah,
he
you pick it up.
Atlas just gets closer to his face.
I was waiting for the.
she gets a
like,
little closer,
35
tilts her
lightning
head,
damage.
writes something down.
It appears to be very well made. Vulgear. It's definitely a very fine craftsmanship. Even a little. And as you pick it up, the woman kind of looks around, clucking barrel, so she's like, "I am the sheriff, Sheriff Alvaro. If you don't mind answering a few questions, I just need to go around." And then she looks on at her wrist, and you see her holodeck lights up, and she speaks into it. It goes like, "Sheriff Alvaro announcing to all nearby units, situation in Gallaudet is under control. Seems like all assailants are down, one unconscious, accounting 4 dead, probably hostile based on their armament. At least 6 dead unarmed currently here. Can we get clerics and priests to attendance? See if any are worth saving, please. Great. Yep. Also, if anyone thrown the streets injured or wounded, can we take them in for questioning, please? Any witnesses may have fled, or maybe assailants who attempted to get away under garb in the chaos. Thank you. And the holodeck, and you hear like a few just like a little like small kind of like this 1-4 all heard overnight, and then you just like kind of like overlaying and several about maybe like 4 or 5 sound offs quick in succession, all just like B section heard, and then like just kind of go through. And then she will literally go through, and very systematically she asks you, probably takes you Beros first, because you kind of like were near the door, and she's like,
Yeah.
Can I get your name please for the record, if you don't mind?
Beros Darkfoot. At your service.
she writes it down, and as she writes it down, you see the holodeck. Like you can tell, it's also recording. You see like it beginning to like pick up the audio around it. Just stuff lovely. And Satir, what is your business in Ulnaref at this time?
Looking for work. I was on a ship and recently decided to go freelance, as they say.
Noted. And what did you see here today? What actions would you say happened here? You could summarize
I
it
came in. It was relatively normal. They came in, and the weird religious people. They came in little group. The lady with the lightning sword. She stood on table. Started spouting about the island. Something about it being on the ground rather than up in the air because it's disconnected from the world. Some religious bull crap. Apologies for my language. And then she took out big lightning sword and struck some civilians. So, being the good civilian that I am, decided to intervene and kill 2 of them.
The good civilian you are.
I noted for the record, you acted in. Sounds like self-defense.
Yes, and I will lift up like my shirt, showing like a grievous dagger wound.
I will have a cleric have a look over when they arrive. They should not be too far away, but should be fine. She has a little look like doesn't look obviously poisoned. Maybe hang on. She has a first aid kit in her belt, and she pulls the bandages. Like if you want to maybe try to staunch the bleeding for now, clerics, like I say, should not be too far away.
I'll take the bandages and just start wrapping the wound.
So staunch the bleeding a little bit more for yourself. She makes a note of all that, and then she moves on to the next person who is nearby. Would anyone volunteer themselves up? She will. If not, she'll probably just go with the NPCs first because they're happy to say their bit. And
I'll look up and. What kind of people do you have in this travel? Any difference? Ever seen fundamentalists like this?
If you're talking about fundamentalists, I agree. This is very strange occurrence. It's about still just trying to get an idea. You say fundamental. What would make you suggest that?
Whole talking about the fact they would die. What I gathered was their belief.
Fair enough.
But I might be wrong.
What is your
I
name?
wasn't really paying too much attention at the start. I was more focused on this story from this kind gentleman laid on the ground dead, telling me the great story of his last 10 years of travel.
Well, hopefully, if he has good insurance, we'll make sure that he bounces back quickly. If not, it may be a longer waiting list for him.
What do I do about the insurance cost on this? And I just show her the lightning mark up my arm.
I would say for now, we're very glad you are alive. But if you're looking for compensation, I'm afraid it is not exactly my responsibility to hand it out for injuries.
I don't want compensation. I just want healing.
And don't worry, like I said to the satyr, whenever the clerics arrive, I'll have them have you all checked over to make sure that everything is all okay and there's no lingering damage. But most of this, if you're still kicking properly, we can bandage you up and then get you some. Don't worry. We'll make it.
I've noticed this sword is very very nice.
It is indeed.
All of it.
Was this? I noticed you took it from the unconscious one there. Is it
Leader?
Indeed, she wielded it. You say against the people here.
Yes.
It may need to be taken into evidence. She'll hold her hand.
Can I claim against it as?
Sorry, say again.
As someone who's can I put a claim against it again when it has been cleared from questioning?
Yes, once it is all clear, I will certainly bear all of you in mind. But that is perhaps a discussion once I've got the full idea of what we're dealing with here. So
I will hand it over.
She takes it, inspects it very briefly, and she kind of like reaches into your pack and pulls out like an evidence bag, which is way too small to fit the sword size, and then she just takes out her like she has like a baton on her belt, and she wiggles it around a bit and then like tucks the sword kind of alongside the baton.
I'll offer that. I'll just sit around. I can offer you my sheath if you like.
No, it will not be necessary. Hopefully I'll be able to get it transferred into a multi-dimensional storage unit soon once everyone else is here. We unfortunately were just luckily we're close by whenever this happens, so we're able to get quickly on the scene. But
Can
thank you for
I
your
get your name so that I may put it if I ever want?
Of course. I am
In
Sheriff
this order.
Silin Aroro. And she will then move next on to anyone else stepping up to be interviewed quickly.
Yeah, I will to and be like, could you spell that? I need it for my notes.
Yeah, I was about to say. Can you spell that?
Yes, Sheriff is spelled Sheriff, and then Silin.
Atlas does not write.
Silin is spelled Sylin, and Aro is spelled Aloro.
Excellent.
Badge number 3475.
She said she was with the Dryad's Tears. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh. Olga is very in depth in this.
It does indeed. That is good to know. May I ask your name to demand my records?
Atlas Moreau.
And what brings you here, Atlas Moreau?
I'm trying to get to the Umphalos.
Marvelous. No connection, I assume, to anyone here. You don't know anyone here.
Complete strangers to me, although I did save 2 of their lives recently.
That's fine. Perfect. Anything else of interest? You can tell you mentioned Rise here. Anything else she said that may be used in my investigation at all?
She said the sky is not safe. You're stuck up here with anybody who wants to hurt you.
Yeah, kind of ominous, but no. Perfect. Anything else though?
My note-taking became a little sloppy once she started killing people.
Glad you're okay.
She has a ring
Mm-hmm.
of Saparna.
Okay, that unfortunately is not that uncommon. Many elves here do worship our the deity that gave life to a lot of us, so unfortunately doesn't narrow things down. But thank you for the note. Let's see if perhaps the High Priest has any idea about who she may have been.
Has this been happening often?
No. This is in fact the first time we've had any report of... If you said the Dryad's Tears, this is the first time we've had any report of them actually being hostile towards anyone. Before it is peaceful protests, things like that. We are aware of them, but nothing like this. This is very untoward, I would say. Thank you for your help. She moves on to probably Atlas, not Atlas, Astra at this time.
We're gonna confuse you with that.
There you are.
Yeah, because I feel like Ash is probably still crouched, praying most of the time. It's like, hi, I'm Astra, priestess of Anapo. I'm traveling, just trying to explore the religion.
Oh good, you're a cleric. Do you mind, after this interview, there are a few injured individuals here. I shall gesture to Eros, I shall gesture to Volgir, who both made a point of showing their injuries. But like, whenever you're done, if none of these can be helped with your level of magic, if you could maybe find a way to help the ones that are still alive, that would be greatly appreciated. I have clerics on the way also, but they may be able to do more in regard of the ones who are a bit further gone, you could say.
Yes, I'm quite young in my level of cleric, but I will help as many as I can.
Perfect, thank you so much. And anything else you've noted? I'm sure you've overheard anyway, but anything else from this encounter that you picked up on that may help the investigation at all?
No, I just really noticed the ring, but as you said, that's quite common. The lightning sword was weird, was strange, but I've never really encountered such things before.
Thank you so very much. And she then probably turns to Cyrus.
Cyrus will pull down his hood for the first time, showing off the curved, jagged horn, his half-cut hairstyle, and his face, which is covered in black and red tattoos.
You watch as Sheriff Alaro. She doesn't seem to like flinch away or anything like that from your like sudden appearance. She looks quite calm and collected. Could I get your name, if you didn't mind? I'm sorry, what was it?
Cyrus Revanmar.
Here's your cut out.
Thank you.
Oh.
And well, anything of interest that you might have picked up on while you're here, or anything you heard in the fight that may help the investigation at all?
Everything that I heard has already been stated.
Enough. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Cyrus. And she kind of
There
goes
are
around.
giant parts of glass just like sitting in his chest.
Mhm. And she kind of she interviews Galandan and the two bards who stayed, and also the woman who was still trying to move to the exit before she arrived. In turn, she lets a couple of them go, but she does keep you all just held briefly because you were directly involved in a combat. Same with the bouncer. She's also held and kind of interviewed as well. She congratulates you all. Basically, she's like, I think you were very brave. Thank you so much. I'd like to buy you all a nice drink. Mr. Galadan, if you didn't mind, please put it on the watch's tab for now. And you can have anything you'd like for the rest of the evening if you wish to stay here. If not, I'm sure we can sort something out in the future. But if you are looking for any work, seems like you've handled yourself well based on your testimony and testimony of the other ones here. If you'd like to get your own back at those who hurt some of you here, I would love any help in my investigation, as right now the guard are spread thin, dealing with other potential identified threats that we're now on high alert for. Unfortunately, she like checks her holostrap, and you see she pulls out and was like, yes, go ahead with sector 1 through 3. Initiate lockdown exterior, please. Unfortunately, we're going to have to put the city into lockdown for the time being due to this attack, meaning no skyships or TEVs in or out, and also there will be a curfew enforced as well. Not a you wouldn't be arrested swimming out at night, but if you are out, guards will likely question where you're going, your purpose, and likely keep a heavy eye on you. If you do not seem to be acting in line with those testimonies, you may then, of course, be in problem. But that is probably no issue for yourselves if you're just passing through anyway. But unfortunately, your exits for some of you may not be as swift as you would like until this has been dealt with.
If there's no ships coming in or out, does that mean if somebody was coming here, they would be having an issue in landing?
Yes, that is correct. Any airship traffic or TEV traffic that will be coming this way will be deterred by our air traffic control system. So probably a nearby skyport or air dock that could house them until they probably will keep a close distance with us until the city is being reopened. There will be some ships that will be granted access on a case-by-case basis, but normally if they have vital supplies, things of that nature. But this time, no civilian ships will be probably allowed to travel in or out without good reason.
Excellent, excellent.
Have some way of contacting you, so that if you want to take an offer.
Yes, of course. And she waves her arm over her holostrap, and you all feel a vibration on your wrist as your holostraps vibrate. You receive a contact for Sheriff Cillian Oliver. She also
Oh yeah, we got her mobile.
she also gives a small nod and goes like, "Was this something you would be interested in while you're here, having a look around? If you have no interest in it, I cannot blame you at all. I'm happy if you wish to simply enjoy yourself, wine and dine, enjoy your time in Ulanarov, and then go once the lockdown is lifted. But people, mostly in these situations, tend to just run away and panic. You all did not seem to do so. gives me an inclination you may be looking for something a bit more than a little holiday.
Would there be any sort of payment
Yes,
involved?
that's very important to me. I am flat broke.
I can offer you an advance payment of 100 chits
I'll do it.
right now. It is not much, I know. Perfect. Yes, 100. I'll send you 100 chits, and she'll gesture. If anyone agrees, she says 100 chits via transfer. You feel the notification ping on your hollow strap, and she also transfers a follow-up document of a decree, which has been electronically signed by her. And she goes, that decree will also let you off of any petty crime for one time only, thinking things like breaking, entering, petty theft, breaking curfew, things like that without good reason. Probably could be helpful if you're trying to take down a terror organization. We've roughly touched on who they are, the Dryad's Tears, as you suggest. Most of them, from what my intel can tell me, and she goes and double checks her hollow strap, and just kind of goes through it, and goes, they are primarily wood elves, some high elves as well. Those high elves who have joined tend to be outspoken politically about their dislike of the city's taking to the skies. Like I mentioned before to Atlas, I think it was, most of these individuals and organization have only ever been involved in peaceful protests until this evening. They are in fact present across all three high elf cities. Some of them even run for areas of government. But most of them, the general consensus is that they want the high elves to return the cities to the original locations and unite the ground again. That's how they feel. Like I said, we're all pretty stretched thin right now dealing with our potential threats. But she'll take the longsword off her belt and she'll offer it out to probably Vulgar, who gives her and goes like, this might help you find maybe some leads. If I was you, I would take it to the Temple of the Watcher. Is a enchanter's shop over on the island of the sun.
What's a shop?
The Temple of the Watcher. Yes, it is not actually a real temple. It is I believe it was perhaps an old temple at one time, but it is an enchanter's shop. They might have some intel on who and where it was enchanted, or even better, if they did. They may even have a log of who this would be. But that would be my first one to go.
Temple of the what, sorry?
The Temple of the Watcher.
Sure.
On the island of the sun.
On the island of the sun. Yes.
Does this longsword do anything special?
You waggle it around your arm. Do you have the identify spell?
At the moment.
It's a very fine looking weapon. You have seen it cast lightning through it, but you don't know how it might do that at this time.
Oh, this is the sword I gave her.
Yes, she's given it back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually feel like. Anyway.
Whenever you all have a follow up on any information, things like that, I can probably set aside a fair chunk of chits once we can call the city safe again for yourselves. But that would be something I'd consider. I would probably say something in the realm of what to give 100 up front. Let's say 2,000 each.
Holy shit.
20 gold.
Yeah, but that would be given upon completion.
One gold has been given up front.
So we've given 100 chits.
You get 100 chits or 1 gold.
So I'm going to walk over to the people that are in. I'm going to have. And to the people that have been taken as. Listen.
After about 30
I
minutes
believe
as
you
well,
all
they
are
kind of
intrigued.
stop, and they will all heal you back to full if you're injured. Without needing to use any hit dice or anything like that, they will heal you back up. You see that they begin to scan individuals' hollow straps on their wrists and looking for any more potential life insurance, things like that. And any that do have it, you watch as a hefty transaction comes off the hollow strap, and then they begin performing rites of resurrection.
How do we buy an insurance policy?
You would
How
know.
do I feel
insurance
like we
policies are
gained
very
America?
expensive.
We definitely America.
It's not like health insurance. It's like life insurance. It's like, if I die,
Oh,
life
it's
insurance, if anything.
Yeah.
It's life insurance, but instead of money you back.
Resurrection insurance.
Where are we now?
you right now are
I know we're in Gallandowns, but what, like, island are we on?
there.
Okay.
If you go to the World Anvil, I'll put a link in the Roll20 chat right now. That has the map of World Anvil there, and you can see a full interactivity. So you can see all the islands, all the locations pinged on there properly. Easier to.
We are in what month?
Odds and ends.
Never mind.
Temple of the Watch.
Pull of the Watcher. There. Right, okay.
Gallandan also offers you all a special cost room for the night. He'll put you all up with a low cost of 20 chits per room, which is a dramatic discount of normal 50 chits.
No, can I get a I get a discount on my ongoing room.
Yes, if you've already paid in advance, he will he'll knock off 30 chits for the evening. So thank you for getting his business.
This guy's a sound
Yo,
businessman.
he's
He, like, literally saved
he's
his life,
ripping
and
me
he's
off.
still just giving a discount.
I was about to
Well,
say
you get free
he's
drinks.
from 20. I was about to say he's 20 chits and 70.
Okay, how many chits
An
was it per
outstanding
room?
room.
I've got a room.
For a room, it is 20 chits.
I will go up to the barkeep and offer to pay for everyone's room.
Yep, he'll accept the payment of 100 chits then for all 5.
Very
And
gracious
he'll
of you.
include some dinner for you all with the room prices, and with the watch, the guard covering your consumption of drink for the night. You probably end up at a table in the bar, which once the bodies are removed by the clerics and it is cleaned up a little bit, it does become a lot more pleasant to be in.
And less crowded.
It definitely is. You probably pitch yourself up in that big, maybe not the big table.
The big table where everyone died.
Maybe not the big table where everyone died, but maybe like the table where Atlas was sat, like in the far right-hand corner near the window.
Yeah, put me next to that window.
And like, pull up a few chairs. It's kind of quaint and like quiet, and yeah, it is eerily peaceful after the chaos that was endured before, as you all kind of like are plated up with some food. Unless anyone has any specific dietary requirements, you're all served up the special evening, which is a phoenix soup with peas, and a mug of perry, which Gallandan recommends pairs excellently with it.
Atlas sees the soup get served, sighs deeply, and just pulls a fucking straw out of her bag, just affects either end of it, undoes the like big hose that comes up and underneath her mask, and just puts the straw like up into the mask.
You just point out Bird is drinking blood.
Whenever you said that, Gallandan's like, oh no, phoenix soup, it is new. Could you imagine how to get phoenix into a soup? That'd be very challenging. They turn from ash and exploded egg. No. This is just a heavily seasoned soup, very spicy, vegetable base, peas kind of left through it after being blended, peas are added back in, but it is very enjoyable. And if you taste it, it is effectively as if you took a vegetable soup, a very traditional vegetable soup, blended it into like a single thing, then sprinkled peas through it, and then just emptied like half a bottle of fucking sriracha into it by mistake. You imagine perhaps like a lid fell off like a sauce bottle as he was like gently adding a few dashes, and thus the Phoenix soup was born. It is surprisingly tasty. You imagine that accident probably happened a long time ago.
Volga's just
Have
gonna
to
look
have
at
Alice
like,
takes her
roll a
first
con
sip,
check.
and you just hear the most like horrendous coughing like echoing through this mask.
Volga just takes a sip, looks at everyone and goes, "What are you on about? I can't taste anything."
You guys got COVID.
What's going on here?
I will ask if there's like if they've got any salt, and just put like a probably an obscene amount of salt into the soup, just to make it more like kind of sailor worthy.
Yeah.
I feel like
He puts enough salt that the salt begins to actually gather on top as like a solid entity before it sinks below the surface. Like whenever you add too much sugar to like a coffee.
Gonna roll a con save for Astra because growing up in a temple, I don't know how
Pretty
accustomed to
bland
spice.
food.
Potentially, I feel like it would have been all just barbecued meat, no like spice or anything. I feel like her eyes are severely watering right now. She's trying to be polite, but she's like, the eyes are streaming. Astra will also ask him, do you have like a little like dish of like plain nuts or seed or something? Anything?
Of course, no problem. He had like a little bowl of was effectively like what's the mix in System Bar? Like trail mix, kind of like
Oh yeah, trail mix.
Yeah.
it's like that little bowl of like
Bartender.
Bombay mix almost, like nuts and there's bits and seeds and.
Volga's gonna look up and go, "I'm not gonna eat that."
Oh, I will. And but she takes the nut and puts it under her cloak and gives it to the squirrel.
Volga's finished all his food and he's sit there staring at everyone. Just
Does it come with any bread?
Oh yeah, it comes like a little side of like sliced.
Sorry, but I'm just imagining a like massive like edgy character being like, does it come with bread?
I feel like after a while, Astra's struggling, she will just pass it along to everybody else who wants it.
well, Volga will take it before it leaves your hand.
Fair.
Like really messy.
Alice finishes her soup, reaches back down, pulls out the hose, clicks it back in again.
You hear like a.
Yep.
Beros will
And then
see
someone like-
see that and look like very kind of confused, and he will kind of just lean back and be like, "So how do you eat from this thing? Do you just shove food in whole?"
Yes, it's a filtration hole, so I can open it up and put food in there. I still have additional filtration in the beak, I suppose, so it helps me breathe a little easier, but if I'm not access to the oxygen, then I start to struggle pretty fast.
You look over and see like the bouncer like hulk over at her table, and she's also like wolfing down like her like staff dinner, and she's just like, when she looks up and is like, "Doesn't everyone just put the food in the hole? Is that not a goal here?"
Beros will just lean back to like lock eyes with the bodyguard and be like, "Yes, but she has a beak and an extra hole. That's one too many holes."
Oh yeah, I've heard about it, like a cloaca, isn't it?
I don't know.
Alice
It is
will,
just
lean,
one too many
Alice will
holes to
lean
me.
forward towards you and just be like, "What do you think I am?"
Big Bird?
She'll like hold up her like long like spindly talons and be like, "This feels racist, man."
I mean, look at me. I'm half goat, and I will just lift up like one of my legs, showing
Let's
like
just
a
say,
big,
not
like a
all
big goat
birds
leg.
have a beak as long as this mask. Through the hole into my mouth. I don't have a hole drilled into the bottom of my face or anything. Got a couple drilled into my guts, but not into my face.
Same.
So you need your mask. Breathe.
Yes, I mean, I can breathe without the mask for a period of time, but if I want to breathe easily for a prolonged period of time, the mask is necessary.
Among your people?
I can't hear anything you're saying because you're cutting out.
Is that common among your people?
No, but perhaps it will start to be.
Esther just feels like the awkward silence and starts taking some of the squirrel's trail mix. It's like she doesn't know what to
Did your
do.
mother never teach you it's rude?
I didn't know her long enough to.
Rude to what?
To question somebody about their medical issues.
Oh, that. Ashley goes back to eating the trail mix.
I'm just gonna, in midway through this, I'm just gonna go, more pear cider for everyone.
Oh, I can't see.
Midway through the conversation, just like, yeah, okay, that's enough.
I did not mean offense.
Don't worry, man, I'm just fucking with you, I don't care.
Oh, good, because I wasn't really apologizing.
My egg was cracked when I was a child, so I didn't develop properly.
I can
I'm just gonna offer up.
empathize with
sword
that.
shoots lightning.
My father says when I was born, I was so small I fit in the palm of his hand. Or hatched, I suppose, not born.
What?
Nothing.
Myers is going to return to his sip not the father comment. He's not gonna.
Your mic keeps cutting
Just
out.
a long, awkward silence, and Alice is like, I'm sorry, I didn't know if that was appropriate or not. I guess not.
Friends might keep.
Not sure why that was inappropriate, but I'm just going to, like, undoes her thing, just takes, like, a really long drink.
Does she have like a big bendy straw?
She pulled a straw out of her pocket when the soup first came out. I assume she has a second straw she pulls out for the drink.
Emergency induction port.
So, as you all kind of enjoy your meal and have a awkward conversation.
As far as Alice is concerned, she was just chatting away and then things suddenly became silent. She's like, not sure what I said there, but something.
Does anyone drink to excess?
No, I am very
No.
I am a
I
good.
think I will drink. So I'll just. To me.
Anyone else have a milk like that?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Well, I think you're leaning
No.
too far back.
It's.
Yeah,
I
we
might
need to
believe.
come in
Wait,
a
let me
little bit.
move the microphone back here. Is that a bit better?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better.
There we go.
I was just saying, I'll drink a couple drinks. I'll head off to bed.
I will eat an excess amount of soup if I'm allowed to.
Hey, you have an excess amount of soup.
However, when I go to bed this time, I will a longsword on the bed next. Like every other night that I've been at this tavern.
it's really strange having Will a character that's not drinking to excess for
Yeah,
one.
that was just like default Finnegan. It was he had to specify if he wasn't drinking to excess.
Yeah.
I feel like Asher will have a couple of sips of the parasite, like, no, not for me. Just like,
Cyrus will take the tankard that Astra's not finishing, and he will finish it, and he will drink a little bit more than everybody else, but not to ridiculous amounts.
Well, this concept is for fun if you drunk.
I was about to say, why do I feel like you're making a Finnegan here?
Common is
Oh no, he's fucked it! He fucked it!
Oh, 1 off of 1.
He wasn't drinking to excess, but he is like
He's a little tipsy.
he's a little bugged.
You wouldn't let him get behind the wheel.
it's the food and the alcohol combined. Just not, it's not
Soup
going
is
well.
not a good, You do not take
That
super
don't-
heavy.
That's why you were asking if it came with bread. You should have got more
You didn't
bread,
have enough
man. Somebody
Eat the
get him
loaf.
some toast.
Go and get him the loaf of bread.
Oh, the house party loaf of bread. Bring it in.
Great.
It wasn't
so-
enough one. I would have been like crying into the drink. I thought everyone me.
We all rest up. You are up for the evening. For your time to your bed at a reasonable hour. I'm going to just assume that no one gets up to anything.
Shenanigans.
Whichever.
We just met these
I don't know.
people.
Some people have just met people.
People died earlier in the night.
Some people are into that. The sun rises on the new day. You are awoken by the sunlight ever coming through the curtains, or by the sound of the city returning to life, despite the terrifying goings on the day before. It seemed to be a very small event, not anything that was enough to shake the city to a state of full panic. Going down for breakfast, which also is included in the room.
Is it also spicy?
No, the breakfast today in Galadan's is a lovely egg and ham, just kind of like very simple fried ham and egg, served with a little glass of like orange juice and stuff.
Is that
Sorry, is there no pork leg? A very of it.
You're still cutting out for me real weirdly. I don't know why this action issue.
something about a pork leg?
I heard pork leg.
Yeah, that's weird.
It might just be the browser version of Discord being a dick, to be honest. 'Cause I can normally cut through the like lagginess, but just there it cut weird.
What did you say, Will?
He muted himself now.
Oh,
Yeah, we can
is that
hear
any
you.
better?
Please talk into the
Talk
microphone.
for longer, because it's more when if you talk for long periods of time, then it just starts.
Please monologue
Well,
for us.
How is that in any way, shape, or form?
That's much
'Cause
better.
Thingy
Yeah, that's much
Mama
better. Yeah, much
is
better, much better,
doing
much better.
this shit.
Because before it was like, is there any. And a pork leg. That was literally what we all heard. It was like,
It's like in
I
a
was just-
cartoon where they just have like the conversation cut out and then randomly come back in so you can't tell what they're talking about.
Or
I
Ryan
was just
falls
saying,
asleep.
you sure, Harry? We sure there's no pork leg with a random furry creature burrowing its way out of it?
It
no.
was a full-blown roast, thank you very much.
I thought it was
And
a
he was
ham.
head
It was a
first.
ham.
It was a ham. It was a roast ham.
there's maybe in the kitchen there's a ham, but hopefully you hope for your dietary consumption there's no
No creatures
fluffy
in it.
creatures diving in out of it.
Are eggs a problem for Atlas?
You can ask.
They appear to be chicken based on the size.
Or if you don't ask, she's eating them.
I think, like, as you're
She
as you're
appears-
eating your eggs
She
through the
appears
straw.
to eat she appears to eat mostly, if it's solid food, she'll eat it with her hands because her fingers are so long that she can reach up inside the mask pretty easily.
Cyrus is just like,
It's slightly messy, slightly disgusting when she gets to like the yolk of eggs.
as Atlas is eating the eggs, he's just slightly studying, just a little bit curious.
Like, I
Vote-
think Ash
vote
is like
yeah,
looking up.
Is upsetting you or what?
No, I'm
Go on.
eggs.
I am not a chicken.
Right. It's hard. It's hard to tell with the mask.
And like a waitress brings over like a
Would
finger
you feel
bowl of a
better if
lemon.
you could see my face?
Sorry, I didn't catch that, George.
Would you feel better if you could see my face?
If it's going to cause you some kind of discomfort or trouble breathing, you don't have to do that.
Tell you what, you can see my face if I can ask why you only have one horn.
Oh, I didn't even notice. He only has one on.
Cyrus just shoots you a glare. Yes, you
I'll go back
can.
there to Ian.
You can ask about the horn.
Did it just never come in, or did someone take it?
No, it was just the way I developed. One horn.
Look on the bright side, buddy. You could have developed with no lungs.
I will take it as a blessing that this is all that I was burdened with.
She will reach up, undo the hose, and lift her mask. And I have a fun little atlas as you see her. And you see that. It is a very pale. You see these two enormous black eyes that almost look like they have stars in them, framed in a very short owl face, with white, very fuzzy feathers. I will send a full picture of her into chat when I have an iPad near me. But yes, you see this owlin stare back at you. She just kind of gives you a little like small nod. And puts my stack down
Cyrus gives her just a slight smile.
and just flicks it back in. And you hear her kind of visibly like,
Do you need me to help with anything? Then
it's just
Okay.
difficult without the mask.
okay, note to all of us and to self, don't touch the mask. Not that we're going to, but just putting that out there.
I'm struggling to hear you
Oh,
because my ear was blocked. What'd you say?
She said,
Um,
"Don't touch the mask." Effectively.
Right.
Yeah. Under all circumstances, do not touch the mask.
Trust me, if
Ryan.
you start messing with my mask, it's going to be difficult for you to breathe as well.
This. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
For you,
Okay.
Ryan, if you go into Discord, you probably have Mary muted right now. You're going to see her. If you unmute her and then set her to like a 20% volume level, you can hear her back as like an echo. That's how I have to.
Okay.
I'd need to do that with Brian.
It's a little delayed, but you can still pick up on the.
I feel like Volga's going to walk down
Try
a
it.
bit later
Hello.
than everyone else. But
Once
he's
again.
going to walk down a bit
Hello.
more.
One more.
Hello.
He's going to walk down a bit more armoured than everyone. He's going to have his full armour and all his equipment this time, with all his quiver and longbow. And he's going to have his longbow crossed over his back and sit down and take a food and a bit of drink.
I take a food.
Take a food.
Take some food.
Just the one food.
Yeah, just the one food. Screw the rest.
Yes, you all have your breakfast. If you have not already long rested, you may do so. You have slept tonight. If anyone needs to swap their spells over, now would be the time to do so.
I feel like I'm gonna get some more damagey
I don't
spells.
spellcast at second level, so I'm happy.
And as you all awaken the following morning, I suppose now would be a good time to ask what anyone.
I'm gonna stand up and kind of ask, I'm intrigued by this. Is anyone else interested by this proposition given to us by the sheriff?
I mean, the proposition itself is neither here nor there, but I would like 2,000 chips.
Yes, the money would be very beneficial.
See, I just want the adventure.
I want the
Honorable.
adventure and also the money to help me go on more adventures, and I want to put these people to rest in proper terms. So
I mean, half of them
I mean-
were brought back.
You can't really put someone more to rest than them being dead.
I will say
You
of
could
all,
set them on fire.
of all the
Still be dead.
civilians who were taken away and checked and stuff, I would say as a general note, of all the 6 civilians who were killed, you didn't see any. You only saw one getting resurrected.
Fair.
A lot of them were probably.
Dead.
Too broke to be revived.
You would know the point of call is in this world, across at least in the amalgamate space. The way it works is if you have very good life insurance, you will recover from everything, even death.
Do they call it extra life insurance?
No,
like it's a video
They
game.
just call it life insurance.
Boo.
But it covers anything from minor injuries all the way to death. But a lot of people do not have it. It's a very
Because it's expensive as shit.
expensive thing to have.
You're like, I'll just try not to die.
Yeah. And effectively, if you don't have it, they will basically get your identity from your holostrap, use it to contact the next of kin, ask if they have the funds. If they do not have the funds, then the body will then be transported to wherever it needs to be. Because obviously, if you die on a planet that's in your home world, it needs to probably go back there. So it'll be stored correctly and sent back to the planet for an eventual funeral, or wherever the next of kin delegates it to. That's effectively how. Because it is not a small area you're in. You know, it's a
Big ass city.
big ass world.
Big ass world.
An expansive world.
The Expanse.
Just out of curiosity,
That's how the amalgamate handle things. In things like the Calum Chivalric in that sector of space, there is nothing of life insurance. It's just if you're dead, the gods will you back if they want you. If not, you should be left to rest. Normally, where you died is the traditional thing based on culture. Some people do take their dead. Aarakocra and Birdfolk and Kenku have a big habit of fucking launching their dead into the like fucking space, and give like space burials and stuff like that. But in the grand regard, like ASMR tieflings, like if you die, and you lay where you go, you know. Yeah.
makes you. Just
Real-
out of
Basically
curiosity.
means there's no reviving any of the arrows.
We'll
Oh,
get.
word will go.
Well, I mean, I'm glad he did. It was unbearable to listen to.
So just so I headcanon, the Expanse, we would call it the universe.
Yes.
What's it called? What would people call it? The Expanse.
They would call it the Expanse.
The Expanse.
You
Okay.
would not say
that's-
universe or space. You would just it would all be referred to as the Expanse, or anything like that.
Okay.
So instead of the universe or space, it's the Expanse and Expanse.
Expanse
it
is
is an
space.
area beyond anything else. So the Expanse.
Okay. Just want to get my terminologies.
Some apps mask this into Facebook.
Oh,
Mask
mask's so creepy.
to
Face
Will's
mask creepy.
proposition, I will like go back up to my room, come back with just kind of like kind of a roll of like items, and then there will be like my rapier, my daggers, my short bow.
I got
kind
really
of,
excited when you said
like-
a roll. I was like, cinnamon.
And I'll just roll it up and start like putting daggers in, putting rapier, like counting arrows and stuff like that.
A lot of weapons.
So if we're going to do this, we need to be prepared. Yes, we're going to kill more people.
I feel like we should talk to the shop.
The
Let's go to
Temple
that.
of The Watcher.
Yes, that one first.
You show them the sword, find out who enchanted it.
Maybe they can give us some extra something to deal with these dryads. Something.
How far is the sun?
The
The
sun,
island, not
very
the...
far.
Yeah,
I wish
it's
to go to the sun.
It is possible, but it is very far away, and things are not
and very
very
hot.
If you wish to travel to the island of the sun, it'll take you probably about an hour across. It is a very large city.
Gross.
Is there any like Expanse taxis?
Oh, yes, there is. They're not expensive.
Space taxi.
Your mic is very
Nice.
hot right now. It's good now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good now. I don't want. I'm
It's
using your
okay.
moving it. It's got very spicy.
Oh, let me readjust the sensitivity.
It's fine. I think it's just when you remove the arm, it like freaks the fuck out. It has like vibration when you go up to it. You know,
Space taxi.
if you want to get what they are effectively called horseless chariots.
That's just a car.
But yeah, they are wheeled vehicles. They have a singular driver. They have capacity for normally most of them have capacity for 4, including the driver. But there are larger ones that have capacity for up to 7.
This is a car. This is
we're a
Uber
relatively
X and
small
Uber
party. We
XL.
could squeeze into a 4-seater.
If you want to, if you squeeze for it, you have to find a driver who's like, who's okay. The insurance is gonna like, not gonna fucking, they're not gonna get in a crash. The insurance will cover
This
it.
is
Have the
definitely
dwarf
Uber
sit on
X
their
and Uber
lap.
XL.
If you want to travel between the islands in a horseless carriage, the cost is a flat 50 chits per island. So if you want to go,
Is it cheaper to? Is there horse carriages for
there
cheaper?
are horse-pulled carriages, and they charge 2 silver pieces or 20 chits per island, but they are slow. The horseless carriages move twice as fast. So if you are walking on foot, it would take you an hour. In a horse-pulled carriage, it would be 30 minutes, and in a horseless carriage, it will be 15 minutes.
Do you base this off?
So do we?
In a certain
we want
place
to
when we went to uni? Because it was all a set rate for taxis.
Do we want to save time or money?
Well, I do not mind
time.
covering the fee of the taxi as well.
I don't mind.
Call it an apology for my comments. I've spent 10 years on boats. The banter is a little bit more brutal. I've realized I've probably come across a little bit more brash than.
It's fine.
You also paid for all of our rooms, so.
Yeah,
I have a
wasn't
few
expecting that to bite me
spare
in the
chits.
tail.
Can I try and slip a couple silver in his pocket?
I think it's all digital, man.
Well,
We
no,
got
there
magic wristbands.
are physical currency as well.
Stealthy blep.
It's
Stealthy
kind of
black.
like
Pat
real
on the
life.
shoulder.
It's like real life money, like the gold and the silver and the oil and all, and the original
Contactless.
base of currency still exists. But most people just trade with their chits. But like gold and silver can be sold.
Can you suddenly add chips onto someone without them noticing?
Yeah,
Or
like
is it
contactless. Like contactless.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how traders do trade, It wouldn't be like, oh yeah, use your card on my, like, PDQ. It would be like, yeah, send me, like, the 200 chits and I'll give you the item. And then it's like, boop, sent, cool, yeah, there you go. It's exactly, so you can send between units.
I'm wondering, is there like? Do you remember have you ever seen the film In Time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the arm wrestling where you can steal other people's chits.
If the item's not attuned to you, the chits are vulnerable. So,
Oh, okay.
but most people have it attuned because why would you not?
Yeah.
Have your life's fucking.
Well, I'm just gonna
So what
hide
kind of
some
taxi are
silver
we
coins
going?
in his pockets.
I wouldn't mind
Or try
walking to
and
get the lay of the
slide some
land,
chits
but if you want to save time, I don't like it.
You can look out a window.
We could walk back if we're not it's not time sensitive, so we could walk back because I assume we're staying here tonight again unless something happens. It seems the lockdown is going to be at least a few days, if not weeks.
And it might be difficult to get rooms with everything going on.
Especially being outsiders.
That too.
Before you go, if
Oh.
you want to buy rooms in advance from Galandan, we'll accept it. If you're worried about
I
rooms
believe
tomorrow.
I've just got an open room at the moment.
Yeah, yours is an ongoing. You already are on like a rolling tenancy, so you basically pay. With breakfast. You probably let him know, like, I'll be staying another night, and you pay it.
Yeah.
So you've probably paid in advance for this evening.
I think Cyrus will do
How
the
much
same.
do I knock
Where
off?
are you?
So a room is normally 50 chits, or that's 5 silver. But you, as a longer standing tenant, it's probably 40 chits.
Are we still getting the discount, or
One night only.
One night only discount, baby.
So it's 50 chits
And
to stay another night.
yeah, he's like, and Galen's like, of course you may stay another night. Of course you can, certainly. Why would you not want to stay another night in this lovely establishment? Regardless, but just for yourselves, I'll do you 50 chits, but I am charging now 100 chits per night because of the difficult times here. So you'll still benefit from a hefty 50% discount, but anyone who comes in from now on, it'll be a lot more premium prices, believe that. But I'll keep you all on the original rate as when you arrived. I'm doing you a favor. No.
I'll-
chits, I suppose.
Yeah.
Ash
I'll
is
hand over
insight in that.
200 chits for 4 days.
So you pay 4 days in advance. Make a note of how many days of magic please pay, because I'm not going to track that.
10. She
Yeah,
does
nice.
not notice.
I'm just playing day by day, so yeah.
He will accept day by
Cyrus-
day if you grab her, but like, or if you leave
Cyrus-
early and you let him know, he will obviously refund you whatever you want to spend.
Cyrus only has enough for like one more night, so he's like, maybe we can get this done sooner rather than
Gotta solve
later.
the mystery.
If
Yeah.
anyone else is feeling poor, I don't mind bunking up.
I don't mind bunking with people.
Sure. Girls do it together.
If
Yeah, you can share a room. It is
someone needs an
each room has a
upfront
single
loan.
bed, so it'll be either somebody needs to sleep on the floor or you're at a top and tail. Unless you
I
want to
feel like
splash
we're-
out for a double
I
bedroom,
just
but they're more
perch at the end like I'm a chicken.
I feel like we're both small, so we both just like curl up and like take a pillow.
So that's
So I started with
25?
like
25
Cyrus,
and
you
you,
say you're stuck.
Astra.
I started with a bit more just gold, just because of my background, so I don't mind like splashing out a little bit of extra. If
Yeah, Cyrus, did you say you were a bit stuck?
I mean, Cyrus has 50 chits and 2 silver left, so how does the
Oh, you're
barman
more
feel
than
about
welcome to
someone
stick
sleeping
on
on the
mine.
floor
Cyrus can stay in my room.
of the
Yes,
bar?
Yeah, you know, as long as yeah, if you're not drinking, get out. If you're sleeping, fuck off. You'll be thrown out.
Cyrus,
I'll-
you can stay in my room.
It would be appreciated.
He
You
needs the
doesn't want to
charity,
share
but he doesn't
room.
want
You
it.
see, like
Yeah, he doesn't want it, but he...
as Cyrus asks about sleeping on the floor, you see like Urzoff, like the orc, like being like flexing, and like.
Cyrus is thinking, I'm
Cyrus-
pretty sure I can take her, but I don't want to risk my chances.
Cyrus,
The second,
honestly, you don't think you could
No.
take her.
Okay, I don't think I can take her.
the second Cyrus says,
her
"Yeah,
name?
that's fine." Volgir's gonna write down in his little notepad just something that he doesn't notice, and then
Can
put it away in his
I
pocket.
perception check to see what you're writing?
That's not my call.
No,
That's the
I'm just gonna
players.
You
glare.
can do if you want to. I suppose I'm close enough to talk to you.
And then it'll be a perception of 10 versus, let's say, sleight of hand for you.
That's
Volgir.
not what I wanted. That's really not what I wanted. you just see Cyrus
No.
pose a
Don't
Vol-
get away. Don't get away. What when you do is, if you have a bit of paper and pen in front of you,
Yeah.
write down what it is you have.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is, and when you take it, your webcam's a bit blurry anyway,
Oh,
and when you hold
fucking
it
hell.
for 3 seconds and then put it down. Because that's
1
like,
second
it's like the
then.
window
I'm
of
making,
like,
I'm making well the
Yeah.
main focus
it's the
of my
window of what
Discord.
you can see. You got your webcam's a little blurry, so you need to make sure it's fairly,
Fairly
distinct.
legible.
Yeah.
Are we counting Mississippi's or?
No, it's a 1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
3. Yeah, I'll count it. So
Hang on,
intense.
I'm going full screen for this.
Ryan's like put
He's
Will
so
camera
ready.
like full like. Mm.
Mary can testify that I have.
I mean, it's good Mary's in the campaign because I feel like if Mary walked in, you were just like there with like a full screen of like some random dude like.
Like, what's happening?
Well, they're very well question things. Who knows?
You're clearly not watching someone on Twitch. There's no
Ready?
gameplay. Yeah. So
You ready?
Ready? So
Stop pixelating.
show it in. I'll count to 3. Show it, and I'll count to 3 again and hide it. Yeah.
Ryan's
let's go.
recording.
Damn it.
Why do I feel
Damn
like
it.
Ryan?
Hold.
That's cheating.
Hold.
Okay. Wait for it to come clear.
Harry, stop him
So-
cheating.
So okay, show it in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
I can't even see
It's so
that. I
fucking
can't
wide.
even see it.
Show
I'm
it longer.
so
It's so
pixelated.
fucking wide.
Black sheet of paper.
It's a blank sheet of paper. Will. God damn it.
3, done.
Well, we cannot see that at all.
We can't
so
see
pixelated.
that.
You need a
Give me
sharpie.
1
Get a
second.
sharpie.
We need something with a bit more
Let me
chunky
get my
lines.
Sharpie out.
Well, what you do is you take a picture of it, send it into the group chat, and then immediately delete it.
My Sharpie. I picked up my Sharpie. That's not my Sharpie.
Or I was
so
gonna say,
fucking funny.
get Harry to do it if it's so blurry. Do it that way.
Yeah, I could hold it. I've got like a 4K camera. I feel like I can get away
Yeah,
with
do it that way.
it. You see my shitty mustache. Mmm.
Oh, there's a real shitty moment. Also, he wants to say hi. Yeah.
I'm saying hi.
Not enough.
Your dog. No.
Don't make me
Let's see if
jealous.
this is double the size. Let's see if that works.
I'm ready.
Oh my God, a space station.
3,
3, 2,
2.
1.
I still can't see
One.
it.
Can't say shit. Can't say
Something
shit.
weird.
Oh, wait.
Three,
Wait,
Oh,
there's
oh,
something.
oh,
It's
God.
still pixelated.
And
That's all you get.
something
That's all
like
you
All
get.
I got was
That's all you
by
get.
Cyrus. That's
all
the
you
only
get.
thing I could see.
You
was
know
by
it's about
Cyrus.
you!
That's all you get, Cyrus.
Ah!
That's all you get.
Mm.
Also,
Top of the
if things being
crumbles.
written about you upsets you, I just need you to know that every single time you spoke, Atlas has been noting shit down.
He hasn't been paying attention to that, but he's seen. He's
But she is-
seen it.
It's not like specifically you, like every time anything happens, she is noting it down.
So it's probably like if she's constantly writing, Cyrus is like, that could be anything. But the fact that he said something to Volgear and then Volgear wrote something down, he's like, wait a minute. So I'm just gonna.
Are we going to the temple or not?
Yeah,
Yes.
I say so.
Let's get a cat.
What kind of cow are we getting? Horseless? Horse?
I'll pay
I'm not
for a
paying.
horseless.
Horseless? Alrighty. 50
Horseless
please.
5-seater.
silver.
Yeah.
Make me a persuasion check to get this driver to take you all. If someone's sitting on the lap. Or someone can make me a stealth check to try to sneak on, like, grab
I've
on
got-
the back of the
I've got a
Vic,
fairly
you know.
decent persuasion. But I
Try
have
and
like
persuade him
plus five
first, and if
stealth.
not,
it's a 17.
17's enough.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
he's like, you know, like you versus Elvin driving. He's like, no, make sure you know, keep fucking don't all look at the fucking windows. You know what I mean? And then like, you watch as the vehicle, you hear the hum of the arcane engine come to life as the wheels begin to turn and it drives its way along as he kind of like instructs it of like rough directions where to go. It takes you down to the south, southwest over the
imagining-
bridge.
I've sat on someone's lap because I am little and light.
The hollow
I
bone.
feel like she's
yeah.
probably hiding under Cyrus's legs, just hiding in the.
Cyrus is 6'1", so
Then I'm sitting on your lap.
I
And
imagine
it-
there's an awkward like Cyrus
it
is
is
like
very-
turning his head to not like hit you with his
It is
horn,
very much the
but it's also
moment-
like
Did you ever have that moment as a kid where you held like a chick at a petting zoo and it was like, this is just bones and fluff, oh my god, I'm gonna crush it. Like she sits on you and there's just no more weight. It's like,
I feel like with the feathers you can't see Asher's face, but she's really fighting the urge not to like pet the feathers. She's just like, she looks so fluffy, but I can't touch
she
her.
does have a like quite large set of wings that are probably kind of like encroaching on people's territory.
I imagine Cyrus is sitting like this way, so his horn isn't anywhere like near hitting Atlas, but he's also sitting like so rigid because he's like, there is a little thing on me, if I move it might die. I'm just gonna not move.
Yeah. She feels, yeah, very much baby chick at a petting zoo, and also you can hear just like every kind of breath she takes because it's like through the mask.
So as you all are traveling along, can someone roll me a D100?
Can do.
Rolling.
So everybody's like, let it be me!
We love rolling dice.
No, somebody really done it. He's done it.
We done? I don't know.
I can't see the result.
And I'm doing it. Nobody stop me.
I was
92.
so gonna
Good
hop
roll,
on that,
A
but
really
didn't.
bad
Yeah.
roll, depending on what he wanted.
The chances of us getting pulled over by the police.
Sylvie.
That sounds like a happy pupper. Was she scratching at paper or wagging
Yeah,
her
we
tail?
got cardboard on the
she's
ground.
digging cardboard on the
Yeah.
ground.
Oh.
You take that cardboard.
And now she's frozen as I'm looking at her like, I wasn't doing anything, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm innocent here.
You ask the cabbie to take you to the Watcher, and he takes you there. And you find yourself in the Sun Isle. The street outside is like a covered walkway with many twinkling lights. And the Enchanter itself, you see this white brick and sprawling single-story building with a small fenced yard. You see fine windows on the exterior. Big sign at the front, very, very bold and raucous. There are 2 individuals flanking the closed door with their arms crossed at this time. You will dismount from the carriage.
Somebody should
I'm
follow
gonna-
them, but I am not.
I'll
that
walk
person.
up and I'll say, we were told to come here by the sheriff.
I will instantly fucking
Dial
just
Loro, badge number 3475.
Yes. I do have it written down, I'll find it.
Make me a either persuasion or intimidation check. You can choose over here.
Don't
Uh,
you get advantage
uh,
for recorded everything?
Advantage from Astra spouting off the technical terms.
Oh, I'm not having good rolls tonight.
Your advantage.
Oh, advantage, right? Let's roll again.
Very excitable, doggo.
I chose persuasion, so let me choose the same again. Really not good.
Why did we let you speak? You crap persuasion.
But he spoke first.
No one else fucking spoke. No one else.
I said
like
I
everyone
shouldn't
sat there
speak, and then he
silently.
spoke.
yeah.
He approaches and like says his bit, but it doesn't seem to fall on any ears, and they just kind of like shake their head and like, sorry, it's appointment only.
Can we make an appointment?
Sure. I think there's a slot coming up tomorrow morning.
Yeah, sure, I'll reserve that.
So what's your name?
Atlas Moreau.
Alistair. Cool. I remember that.
If you don't remember the name, I'm sure you'll remember the face.
Yeah, big weird fucking thing in the mouth. Yeah.
Thanks.
You hear what sounds Atlas and I believe Astra was your passive perception above 15?
16, yeah.
17.
You hear the sound of smashing glass from inside.
Sounds like you got a little bit of a kerfuffle going on, huh?
That's why it's appointment only. Sometimes, you know, magic items, gotta test them out. We're just testing some out right now.
Astra's insight
Insight.
passive 16 as well, but she's gonna actively insight him too.
27.
Fucking hell, I mean, he beat the passive.
Also, my
26.
second.
Oh my god!
My second nat 20 of the night.
No,
Wow.
you
Did we
lot
both get
all
that
just
20 on
roll
that?
Yeah, you did.
instantly now for me.
You, both of you get a very sneaking suspicion that this individual is lying about that. And even just the way they're holding themselves, they don't look like guards of a shop. I mean, like, you get like guards outside, like, you know, like a fancy shop. They don't even give that kind of vibe. They're not dressed appropriately. They're almost a bit more like gun-ho. There's something off.
I know, I'm like, absolutely, no problem. Have a great day. And I walk down and down the side.
Okay.
Astra follows.
I
Do you
will
want to
follow.
go to the west side or the east side of the building?
Can I see if either side have windows from the front?
So to give you an idea of where you are, I think I'm going to put you in a map because that might give you a better picture on what you're feeling. Obviously, you can see a little bit through the windows.
Oh, those guys are outlined in red. They're up to no
I
good.
didn't know that.
Hey, stop color generalizing, okay? Red
I
is
mean-
not an evil color.
I mean, if you look at Atlas's mask, technically everything is colored red to her because they're red lenses.
I feel like
She doesn't
Astra,
even know what color any of you are. You're all
All
the same.
hostiles are hostile.
Enemy, enemy, enemy.
On the good old map there, you can see some windows down on the eastern side. You kind of come from the eastern side after the carriage dropped you off, but you can't see around the western corner very clearly. But there may Ryan, Jesus, no nips on Twitch, Ryan.
Jesus
No, that's
Christ!
Fuck me! That's a one!
You're gonna get him banned!
didn't-
What did I say
didn't-
about TOS?
I didn't think the T-shirt was gonna come up. All right.
Yeah, I will
Open
put it
the
down.
window,
My apologies, viewers. My apologies.
Open the door.
You can move your token. Please don't move yourself through walls.
How do I...
Please select the move button.
What you mean, like through there, through this doorway?
No, I'm just
Next
moving.
time I'll
moving
just
up.
I mean, Volgear, if you want to rush the doorway, you think that these images may try to stop you from going through the door.
Cool. Are these windows open?
They are currently closed. You don't know if they're locked or unlocked.
Harry, I'll just point out. Somehow I can see everything under the black.
Yeah,
I can
it's
see
fine.
the entire
Yeah, I
layout.
can see the layout, but I can't see if there's like
It's
guides
called
in there or
Explorer mode, and I think it's because Atlas may have walked into an area where either the dynamic lighting a bit shit and thus exposed everything.
anything. Sorry, I didn't.
It's fine. It happens.
Astro, try and open the window.
You lift the latch, Astra, and you find it is.
Can she? She does not.
And
want
are
one.
you trying to do a stealth leak? If so, I feel like you should maybe bring me a stealth check because you start fucking breaking and entering.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be stealthy when I walked like back up the side of the building. I was
Yeah,
like,
but now you're.
Now I'm sneaking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volgear, Beros, Cyrus, are you guys going with the ladies, or are you doing your own thing?
I will move up here. And I'll lean over.
I will turn to
I
you
can
and be
attempt
like,
to open the window.
I will turn to you and be like, you seem
Yeah.
shady. You ever picked a lock?
I've picked many locks.
Points to the
Stand
window.
back. And I'm going to attempt to pick the lock on the window.
Go for it.
I'll follow as well.
Tools check.
Thieves tools check. How do I make a thieves? Is it just a sleight of hand?
It would technically be a dexterity. Are you proficient with thieves tools?
Weapons
actually,
tools.
I
Yes.
changed my mind.
I think if you have them, you can click them in your equipment and then click use tool, and it will like roll it for you.
Equipment.
Yeah, if you have them in your inventory, that is the way to do it. It would be your dexterity plus your
Oh yeah, I
Efficiency
have
bonus.
used tools.
I
I'm
can do it
gonna
with my
stay at the
phone.
front for the moment.
Dexterity.
I wanna insight check the guards. One that's talking the most.
Yeah, make an insight check.
That is a 10.
10. Beros, this lock. So funny about this lock. Volgear, he is telling the God's honest truth. Nothing to be feared of.
I look like either side of me as you fail to pick the lock and be like, okay, what's our opinion on breaking and entering?
Well, we did get the free pass from the sheriff saying minor crimes like breaking entering is okay, unless we think it is,
I
to
don't think
do
I'm
with
strong
case.
enough to break open a window. How about you?
Not strong enough, but
Astra?
I could
You
follow the
stronger-
rest
stronger
now.
than windows?
Beros, if you spend enough time, you think you could get this open, but it's just going to take a lot of... Like, you did a little quick rake of the pins, and it was like, there's something off. This is not a standard lock.
It's a magic lock that doesn't
yeah.
magic.
I mean, I'll turn around. I don't.
Actually, can
if
I do that? Can
Yeah,
I
make
make an
Arcana
Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm terrible at Arcana. I don't know why I said I should do that.
What's going on here?
Are you better
Feel
at
like-
Arcana than me?
At the minute, only Atlas and Astra have stealth, by the way. Just an
I stealth
observation.
I can
stealth
make a
pretty
stealth.
well, though.
If you're
So
coming
did
here,
Astra.
Yeah, look at
Considering.
us. Sneaky guys.
Like she's wearing chainmail, but
That is that
seeing
one plus 6.
seeing
Arcana check.
Barrow struggle, Astra's gonna tap on the shoulder, just give him
A
guidance.
19
Just like
Arcana.
Stealthing.
this little boop.
yes, you believe the spell Arcane Lock has been cast.
Okay. Do I know anything about that spell with a 19?
Yes,
I
you-
don't.
You would know the knock spell would suppress it temporarily for 10 minutes. Basically, it's a spell you cast on a lock to artificially enhance its ability.
Okay.
In a mechanical sense, it means if you're trying to pick the lock, it adds plus 10 to the DC.
Okay.
So, a standard lock, which Beros would be aware of, a standard lock would be about a 15. So a lock with Arcane Lock on it would be about a 25. But, you are
They're
trying
not
to break
fitting in
into
bubble.
a magical, shop.
I
How
feel
many
like
stories is it?
One story, singular story.
Asher might keep
Does it have
walking.
a chimney?
There is
I
no
see what
fireplace, so
the
no.
back looks
Worth a
like.
try.
Can I walk around the back?
Yep, you can walk anywhere. You walk yourself off the map there.
I'm
Volger.
around the back now because
You're off the map. You maverick.
I can't really do anything
Just
about it.
Control
'Cause
Z
now I'm
yourself.
stuck.
That's
Thing keeps glitching.
Nope, I can't even control Z myself.
Can I do a little walk around and see if I can see any open windows without going back across the front? Just like the back and the other side?
yeah, Asher's doing it right now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Asher's just like
Hang on, let me
scouting after.
make the
The map a bit
Give me
bigger.
the map a little bit bigger, sure. Give it fucking around.
Oh, I can see the room because I'm peeping in.
Yeah, it's making windows. They're locked, but they're not necessarily
They're windows.
Yeah.
I feel like she's gonna go to the back, and if the windows are still locked, she's gonna try and just smash it with something.
Close your eyes. I'm moving the full map.
Okay, my eyes are closed. I cannot see nothing, I promise.
I don't know if that lines up or not.
I'm opening them again.
Come on.
Oh, hang on.
Say yay or nay.
Yeah, nay. Nay, I'm a horse.
He's a horse.
I'm a goddamn horse.
I'm an owl, he's a horse.
Fucked up high school.
Dog is still a dog. The guinea pigs are tiny ambulances.
Problem with fucking World 20. It needs like a fucking like DM tweaking screen.
A tweaking screen.
A tweaking screen, that's what it needs. Okay, that might be good, I don't know.
I'm opening my eyes.
Nope.
I'm gonna scroll. Yeah,
Well,
just
Volgir,
like-
you're still fucked. I mean, you're unfuckable. You're off the map, Volgir. I can't get you. But Astra, can I move at least uninhibited?
Take it this door is
I
locked
got
too.
stuck in a wall.
Do you want me to save you? You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, the windows. Fuck, the windows!
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about the fucking windows. God damn it. That's what you get from me. You move a whole ass map, you cunts.
Are there any open windows though?
No, they're all locked. Fuck you.
Okay.
Astro and try and if
They're
there
all
is there a
locked with
window beside
witch.
this door?
There is
like-
no window beside that door, Astra. I wish you'd see a window
Come back
icon.
to the original window. Let's smash it.
I thought she wants to go one like further away from those. Trying to see if we can get a window icon.
Cyrus has just been like keeping an eye on the guards, like half cover, which is kind of funny because it's just half his face and then this horn, so he's not really as stealthy as he thinks he is.
Is this door open?
You try it. It appears to be. I got a
Okay.
Volgir. I'm gonna put your token back on the map. I need to.
Good luck.
While all
Ash-
this is happening, can I just be actively trying to, like, get this?
You still have guidance, by the way.
I will tell
from-
you about the arcane lock, so you don't think you're just shit at lockpicking.
Astra did give you guidance after, or when struggling.
Here goes the new Volgir token. The old one is lost to the.
The ether.
To the expanse.
Shit, I didn't even hold the fucking AI. Hang on. AI. Bum, bum, bum.
Is there a certain language that only ASMR can speak, or
Celestial. Well, it's not that's ASMR specific, but it's the one you get as an ASMR.
Yeah.
so Cyrus knows it?
Cyrus knows it. He's an ASMR. ASMR.
Did I feel like
Ass and titties. man.
Astra probably whispered like Cyrus's name in ASMR to get his attention. But
Atlas
you're
also
standing at the
looks up.
corner. You're strong. You can smash the thing.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like, Harry in German is Harry.
In
I know,
France,
but, like-
sometimes people call me Georgette, and it's like, that stop wrenching my name.
Don't do that. No.
Is
Or
that what the
like-
ASMR do? Like, canon, they just like fucking accent everything. I feel like it's something the
Or-
elves do.
Cyrus's name in ASMR is Sirius. Sirius.
She
No,
gets
it
your
would be like-
attention in
it would be
ASMR.
like, Cyrus.
Cyrus. Don't say
Here, my name in Irish is Moira, so like,
What a shithole of a time.
Ooh, he's getting political.
Moira is.
Can't really argue with him.
Anyway, is your attention
Yes.
got?
Yes, my attention is got. What?
Atlas will just mime breaking the window.
Cyrus will just. Is there any way to like get placement? How does the window open? Is it a slidey up, a swingy out?
It is a slide up half door window. That the latch is currently being brought across from the inside. That's why it's very difficult to pick. And it appears to be if Atlas's assumptions are correct, it is magically reinforced.
Does anyone know any instruments?
I know the flute.
No.
Do you have a flute?
Yes.
Why don't you go across the street, pretend you're busking, and be very loud about it? They won't hear the crash.
Sure.
You may get arrested without a busker's license. I don't know how it works here.
I mean,
He still has the decree, so.
And he'll be fine.
I can go to like here.
Yeah. and then
This
just-
little
just
alcove.
flute real loud.
What is this little area, Harry, that I'm seeing? This little like alcove.
It is like a small external stall. It's currently all shut up. There's nothing really like for sale there, but it looks like it's like almost like a trial. You know, like as if business is a bit slow today, we're gonna have like someone sit outside in the stall and
Try a chocolate biscuit.
yeah, or
It's magic.
test this wand of like magic missiles. This is wand of smiles, like that kind of thing. It's like old signs up there, but there's no one manning the stall. It's been abandoned. It's like,
Can I
there's
just
no-
Loot your heart out, Barrows.
yeah? Can I just make a performance check and start playing the flute?
Atlas,
What?
you would also notice at the back of your earlier check on Arcane Lock,
What do you want?
it also increases the difficulty to break or force open an object.
Okay.
It's by the same value as to lockpick.
Okay.
Everyone starts giving a really fucking good rendition of Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. And it's exactly like that on the recorder.
Oh, is it like the recorder that's the off notes?
Smash it, Cyrus, smash it! Smash it! Bang!
Is there a way that Cyrus could like try and force it open, or is it better that he just punches it by his assessment of the window?
If you're gonna force it open, you need a bit of leverage in there, and it's to hit the leverage to pop it open, or it's smash the glass and just pull the manual latch.
Yeah, he'll just punch his way through the
Just
window,
gonna help you away.
just smashing.
Sure, then let's call it an athletic check to break the lock. It can be a DC, I'll tell you right now, DC 25.
14.
With Astra helping, like,
Oh,
can
wait.
she just use her like back of her hammer to help?
Yep, give advantage, you can make a check yourself.
Really
Because
gain
it is
me.
being magically reinforced. Problem.
Ryan,
Yes.
advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Actually, you know
Not
what?
gonna
Before you
lie.
roll it, I'm gonna say, oh, it wouldn't matter anyway. I was gonna say because it's a lock that's been enchanted, not the window. The glass gets to be broken. But even with 14, you punch and your hand just bounces off. It's like you punch double glazing. It's like, fuck. Like, it's not single pane glass. You can't
Alice
just pop it
folds
out.
her arms is like, I really thought you'd be stronger, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Cyrus is gonna rage and punch it again.
Go for it. Fly check
From
advantage.
that comment alone.
Astra's so helping, like smashing.
The glass smashes open, and then you're able to reach your arm up. Just make me a general sleight of hand check to see how dexterous you can get, because now you're through. You just need to get the latch open, so you get a little bit of
A 10.
a 10's enough. It takes a little bit of finagling and a little bit of time, but you do manage to force it open. As you do so, you hear as the magic just fades away, and then you're able
I just
to.
imagine that it's like smack. Oh, and she's like, "Wow, I thought you'd be stronger."
And with Beros blasting, like Beros' performance, although it sounds terrible, he's performing
very
in
loud.
he's performing at such a loud decibel count. It is perfect for your needs as you break open this window. The window is now open.
As we break open the window, I'm gonna do like a little owl call in the hope that Barrows will like hear it and know. I'm assuming I don't need to make any kind of check to do an owl call.
I would like you
I'm
to
an
impersonate
owl.
one owl though.
Hmm?
I would like you to impersonate it though.
Well, like me myself.
Yeah.
What kind of owl?
What owl are you?
I'm based off a sooty
Screeching.
owl, but I don't know what they are. I don't know what they
Screeching
sound like.
owl.
Ooh.
That's terrifying, actually.
I definitely hear that.
You hear that, and you're like, I need to leave. I need to go home.
Well, it
No,
was,
like-
but you're like, I have to go somewhere.
So I stop, and as
You're like, thank you,
as like I'm
thank
walking
you.
past the guards, I'm like, thank you.
One of them, you feel your wristband vibrate, and one of them sends you one chit.
Nice.
I will add one shit.
Let's get through this window.
And
Then you
I
gotta check
will
to get through the window.
join
Lumber in.
join the others.
Gonna
As you
move
all
in so that I'm
climb
not
you
in the
find
way of
yourself
people.
in like a back enchanter's room. It seems to be very like chaotic in here. There was like papers on the table, arcane devices as well spread out, scrolls piled high in the corner. And now you're in the walls proper. You hear the sound of breaking glass again. You hear muffled voices coming from the next room over. It sounds like maybe like, you know, just not quite near side of this door, but just maybe around a corner. It is quite heavily muffled. But it sounds like something is happening while you're present here. But while that is happening, it is also very late, and I think now is a really good time to call it for the day.
No, I've waited so long.
Well, you'll have to wait until next week. Thanks for joining us. It has been a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back probably next Tuesday if everything goes to plan. I will be back tomorrow for Dragon Heist with my other group. Until then, thanks for joining us. Take it easy. Bye bye.